Hey, what's up? Happy Sunday to you. Week 11, Packers versus Bears. It is good. This was the longest freaking bye, wasn't it? Like too dang long of a bye week. So, Packers Bears week 11, it's time to get rolling. Do hope you've had a fantastic week. I got Packers inactives for you. Luckily, Jair Alexander, Evan Williams, they are both good to go. Both going to be active in this game. Other than that, the inactive list, pretty much as expected. Inactive is going to be Keaton Oladapo, Kobe Wooden, who actually entered the game with a doubtful designation, so not at all surprising there. Travis Glover inactive, and then newly signed to the 53 in the way of Jordan Morgan, Robert Rochelle inactive today as well. Packers not needing that extra cornerback depth with Jair Alexander actually good to go. And from the beat reporters who are actually present in Chicago, I did see reporting early on that Keyshawn Nixon and Jair Alexander are going to be the boundary corners for this game. So it looks as though the base defense is going to be a return to their 4-3 big nickel, Bullard in the slot, Evan Williams back at safety, which I at least am thankful for. Ready to see that full defense get back on the field. Janelle, hi Janelle. Glad to have football again. Boy, does that sum it up. I was just talking last night with somebody about how, like, this was just a standard bye week. It was just 1 week off. But holy crap, it was the longest week ever. And it just feels like forever since we've been here. So I am very, very happy to be back. Now, looking ahead, it's the Niners next week. Like, we enter a very meaty part of the schedule now. Niners next week. And then we're already getting into Thanksgiving, Thursday night football with the Dolphins, and then a big slate on in December. Also, the time of having more noon games is kind of coming to an end. It's a whole bunch of national games from here on out, and so a very diverse schedule coming up. I'm looking forward to the second half. All right, so we are getting ready for kickoff. Looks as though the Packers are going to get the ball first. That's good. I'd love to see them get off to a quick start in this game. And the kick sails over Keyshawn Nixon's head. So here we go. He eventually does grab it, but downs it. Packers going to take over with the ball at the 30. Jordan Love, all the talk about Jordan Love thus far has been the man looks healthy. And it feels like, for the last couple of weeks, obviously there was the groin, but just with the knee injury, it wasn't being talked about all that much. The groin kind of re-brought on the injury conversation. But now even in Fox's pregame, I think it was Strahan talking about how Jordan Love should be good to go now, and that should make a major impact, not only on his mobility, but his accuracy. So we'll see if it comes into effect. First 10 for Green Bay off the 30. Tucker crafted motion from right to left. Christian Watson, the receiver on the left. Dobbs and Reed, both off to the right. Handoff to Josh Jacobs, who tries to cut it back, but he is brought down, maybe a gain of about 1. Hicks and some other Bears there on the tackle. Not at all what the Packers had mapped out for play number 1. Also on the injury front, good to note, not only Jair and Evan Williams are active, but so is center Josh Myers. That was pretty well expected, but still notable that they actually get to roll out their preferred line, especially with Jordan Morgan being out. That depth's going to get tested if anyone's got a miss. Second down and 9, Christian Watson in motion from left to right. They are back into their modified pistol formation. Handoff to Josh Jacobs, who cuts it over to the right. Josh Jacobs has a little lane. That's a 10-yard carry for a first down off the right-hand side. Here we go. A little something. I detailed in the pregame show the Bears, pretty atrocious at stopping the run. I would expect today to be a very Josh Jacobs heavy game, assuming LaFleur remembers he exists. All right, getting ready now for a new set of downs. Packers have the ball now on about the 41-yard line. Jordan Love in shotgun. I do think we'll see him more under center today, but we just got to get there first. Under shotgun, Jaden Reed in motion from right to left. Love takes a snap, drops back. He's looking left, right, left. Goes to the middle, and that's deflected away. Pass intended for Dontavian Wicks. Jalen Johnson, who is having a great year as their number 1 corner, deflects it away. Like a 46.9 QB rating allowed by Johnson. He's having another great year for the Bears. And testing him over the middle, probably wasn't the wisest plan on first down. All right, second down, 2nd and 10. Jordan Love walking up. Looks as though, yep, they're in their modified pistol again. Tucker Kraft in motion. Jacobs still the running back behind Love. He takes a snap. He drops back. Looking left. Nothing going. He evades pressure. Rolls out right. Hits right. That's Romeo Doubs for a first down completion about 15 yards downfield. First down, Green Bay Packers. Packers now getting some subs in. Good to see. I think I was Bo Melton running onto the field. Get out there, Bo. But there's some of that mobility we were talking about. Hopefully it's not being overstated. Hopefully he is actually back and truly healthy. So we can start seeing a healthier version of Jordan Love. We'll leave it at that. Reed motioning from right to left. It's a fake to Reed. Then it's a handoff to Josh Jacobs out of shotgun. Jacobs pushes his way forward. That's a gain of about 8.5 right up the middle before he's brought down by Taylor in amongst a couple other Bears. Another favorable run for the Packers. And in the pregame, I don't know if you caught it, but Aaron Andrews sat down with Matt LaFleur. They talked about LaFleur's impeccable, perfect record against the Bears, 10-0 thus far. Although without Preston Smith. Was it LaFleur who carried the streak, or was it Preston? Find out. A rare Malik Heath appearance on the field as he's motioning from top of screen to bottom, and then all of a sudden a handoff to Josh Jacobs. Jacobs pushes forward. That should be a first down carry on only 2nd and 2 for Jacobs. Packers now getting up to about the 29-yard line in Bears territory. Already in favorable field goal range for McManus. Hopefully, though, the red zone woes don't continue and they can actually finish off a drive. I did mention how the Bears are the best, and it's really not close. They are the best run zone defense in the NFL. Packers going to have to find a way to get some success here. Jordan Love under center now for first down. And Jaden Reed running all over. Motions from one side back to the other. Hand off to Emmanuel Wilson, who's got a big seam. Emmanuel Wilson with a 13-yard carry right up the left-hand side. That's a first down for the Green Bay Packers. Wilson looks speedy on that carry. Just followed the perfect lane that was opened up by Myers and Jenkins off to the left-hand side. Packers now going hurry up. Jordan Love takes a snap, throws it over the middle. That's a touchdown. Touchdown to Jaden Reed across the middle. But there is a flag. Let's see, I would think with how they got the snap off, I would think they caught the Bears with 12 men or so. Yep, there's the marker. 12 men on the field for the Bears. That's a touchdown for the Green Bay Packers. That's your start. Love to Reed. And the Packers have themselves an early lead. Ooh, I like that. Love to Reed an early lead. Gary, hello, Gary. How you doing? Go Pack, go. One heck of a start there for the Packers. Love, yeah, oh yeah, and that, I mean, the throw itself was just, Reed perfectly went up the seam right through the middle of the zones that the Bears were in. Love just hit him, simple pitch and catch. McManus now on for the extra point. Still weird to see a kicker in 17, but the kick is up, and the kick is good. Let's go Pack. Amen. And Janelle, good start. Yes, indeedy. All right, let me just get the ticker up and running here. Oh, man, I failed. Didn't even have the ticker up. Let's see here. Get that modified now for week 11. As your Packers take the lead, 7-0. You know, I will say I fully expect, I don't anticipate the Packers are going to keep on with, you know, the whole Bears haven't scored a touchdown, an offensive touchdown in 2 games. With the new offensive coordinator, the positive vibes on the Bears side offensively, the Packers still should be able to handle the Bears offense. Don't get me wrong, but I do expect the Bears offense to at least be creative today. That's what Eberflus said that he wanted. I would expect them to have at least some success. So just don't get disheartened if all of a sudden the Bears actually come out rolling. I would not be surprised with a new coach. Fly Risk, what's up, Fly Risk? Hello. And touchdown already. Yes, indeed. 7-0 Packers. And I mean, if all the drives today look like that, sign me the freak up. I mean, it was basically run, simple 15-yard pass to Dobbs, run, and then you catch the Bears on their heels. 12-man touchdown read. Simple. Simple. It works. Big Al, what's it, Big Al? Jaden Reed, touchdown. Good start. Rockin' Ease, yo, John. This is the beginning of a flawless Jordan Love run. I'm telling you, by the way, Reed is number one wide receiver. Absolutely agree on Jaden Reed. And to your point, Toyotathon has begun. Now, I know we joke about that, but there is something to be said for, like, we talk about how Jeff Hafley makes his adjustments. He's a great second half coordinator. There have been quarterbacks in the history of the league who are great second half quarterbacks. We thus have a 1-year sample size, but maybe Jordan Love fits the mold of that. But I'm excited to see it get going, that's for sure. And Lee, good clean football. Go back out. Yeah, like it was an incredibly clean opening drive for Green Bay. Really, the only problem was like that very, very first run that they did where Jacobs had absolutely nowhere to go. But other than that, penalty free for Green Bay. About as positive as a start as you could have hoped for, just from a technical, clean, efficient job by the offense. Oh yeah, looking at the overhead of that, Jordan Love just watched Reed cut right through those zones. That's exactly the way you draw that up. Nicely done by Green Bay. 11:15 to go in the first. Packers with a nice early lead. Here's the kick. It's up, floats into the end zone, and it's actually going to be returned by the Bears, oddly enough. And the return gets to about the 30 before he's knocked out of bounds by Edgerrin Cooper. You know, one thing I want to see, Edgerrin Cooper better be more on the field for more snaps today. It was a terrible way to say that, but you know what I meant. I'm tired of seeing Edgerrin Cooper be more impactful and yet be third in snaps for inside linebackers or off-ball linebackers now. Get him on the field. Play your impactful players. I want to see Cooper more. And from the start of it, there are two linebackers. It's Isaiah McDuffie and Quay Walker. I'm not going to get my wish this week, am I? All right, handoff to Swift. Gets things going for the Bears. Kingsley Enagbare with the tackle. Gain of maybe 1 for Swift. Big Al, Jordan Rodgers with 12 men on the field. And no Jordan Favre with no pick or uber aggressive throws. So look at us go. All right, 2nd and 8 now officially for the Bears. Caleb Williams under center. I do believe that's Swift back behind him again. Coleman Kmet in motion. And Williams takes a snap, drops back, and it's play action. He rolls to the right, throws to the right. However, it's too far into the field. 15 for the Bears, can't make the catch, and that's incomplete. Oh, that's Roma Dunze, who's going to get credited with the drop. And that sets up 3rd and 8 for the Bears. Telecast now showing their starting lineup. Tevin Jenkins, the left guard, he's out again for the Bears, but returning this week are their 2 starting tackles in Darnell Wright and Broderick Jones. So it is going to be a better Bears offensive line than what we saw against the Patriots last week. Just be ready for that. 3rd and 8 now for Caleb Williams in shotgun. He takes a snap, he drops back. He's looking to the right, but eventually evades pressure, rolls to the left. He's trying to run for it, and he's got it. Edgerrin Cooper can't catch him. Xavier McKinney there to shove him out of bounds, but still a first down run on 3rd and 8 for Caleb Williams. Gain of about 15, and that's the Bears a new set of downs. Mick, what's up, Mick? Mick saying, did you see Sweat make an impact during the first drive? No, nothing notable. He is active today, but can't say I saw anything with his jersey come flashing up, Mick. No. All right, now on the 49 for the Bears, Caleb Williams in shotgun. We got a DJ Moore motioning. And it is a quick toss to DJ Moore, who makes the catch, and it's well blocked by the Bears. Moore then gets out of bounds, about a 12, maybe 13-yard gain for the Bears. Starting to put something together offensively. Moore out of bounds there, though. I mean, really well blocked by the Bears. DJ Moore made that basically a bubble screen, but then McKinney got blocked by an O-lineman. Cooper got blocked there, too. Yee. Well blocked plays. Well-executed plays, turn on to first downs. First down, Bears. Caleb Williams in shotgun now for a new set of downs there on the Packers side now at the 35. Williams takes a snap, hands it off, And that is, again, DeAndre Swift running straight forward, gain of about 3 before he's brought down by Edrin Cooper. And I want to say that was Javon Bullard in on that tackle. Not quite sure, though. And they are now showing Thomas Brown. Read off in the pregame just how many carries Thomas Brown gave the Panthers when he took over as the Panthers play caller last year. We'll see if that remains in effect for the Bears today. If it does, expect them to get like 35 freaking carries. Caleb Williams now under center for 2nd and 7. Takes a snap. Hey, look, another carry, but it's blown up. Ain't that Brent Cox? Brent Cox Jr. with the play. There you go. I know we got a few super fans of his. Brent Cox Jr. absorbs DeAndre Swift in the backfield and brings him down. I mean, he was there the millisecond Swift got handed that ball, and Cox brings him down for a 3-yard loss. Yeah, he was Halfley talking about how excited he is to get Brent Cox Jr. on the field now with Preston Smith gone and they needing more defensive ends. He did not wait long to make an impact. 3rd and 10 now for the Bears. Under 5 on the play clock. Williams in shotgun. Takes a snap and he's dropping back. And he throws to the left, but there's absolutely nobody there. Woo! Incomplete pass. Caleb Williams had pressure and then threw it to a ghost. And that sets up 4th and 10 for the Bears, bringing out the field goal unit, I do believe. Nice job by the Packers defense, Brenton Cox specifically. Oh, maybe they're going to punt this. That might be... Oh, no. Okay, good. All right. So, yeah, they are going to be trying. I want to say it's like a 52-yard field goal attempt from where they are. 53, technically. Sorry. Cairo Santos, very good kicker for the Bears. He's had a very good year. Kick is up. Kick is good. So Bears are on the board and makes it 7-3 Packers now. Still, though, you know what? Like, it was kind of the mid part of that drive where the Bears rattled off a few plays. Still, though, to hold them to a field goal, to clamp down there on Swift, make Williams, I don't want to say throw it away, but throw it to no one on 3rd down. We'll take it. 7-3 Packers. Right on. All right. Big Al. Oh my God, Brenton Cox. Yeah, well, I mean, to bring that up, like, one of the big knocks on Brenton Cox, really kind of 2 of them, have been, like, we know he can rush the passer. That's the we see that in camp. We see that everywhere else, right? But the big knocks have been run defense, not really making an impact there at training camp at any time, and then he doesn't play special teams, right? That run play was no problem. I mean, he read it like a book. He had no issue being there when Swift got the handoff. I mean, that's the ideal. That's the perfect play from Brenton Cox Jr. Love to see it. Steve saying Brenton Cox Jr. is a menace. And hello, John. Glad to be back to football. Go back, go. Amen, Steve. And yes, indeed, on that play. Yeah, I think, like, we are going to see a bunch of Brenton Cox. I think we're also going to see a fair share of Aaron Mosby. Keep in mind, even before Preston Smith was traded, we started seeing a little bit more of Aaron Mosby. I think the Packers aren't going to be afraid to dive into their depth at defensive end and try to find a rotation that's actually going to work. It may come at the expense of Lucas Van Ness, who has not been productive to this point. You got to start seeing him do something. Flight risk, I like that, D. Rocket knees, pause. That's not how that word works. But yeah. All right, 7-3. 7-3. Packers in the lead. We'll take it. We'll take it. Now just envision Packers roll out. Now we see some kind of deep pass. Oh, yeah. And we'd be cooking for sure. All right. If you're wondering where partner in pod, partner in life, married partner now, Claudia, she's going to be here after the half or so, whenever she gets out of work. So she'll be here soon, in case you're just here for that. And I know that's when David will chime in, I'm sure. I don't know if you saw it, but Erin, who writes for Acme Packing, she put out this cool article. I didn't get a chance to fully read it yet. I just saw it right before the game. Put out an article detailing all of the trash talk of the last 20 years between the Bears and Packers. She's a great writer, very fun article. Make sure you go check that out on Acme Packing if you haven't seen that yet. All right, kickoff for the Bears goes over Keyshawn Nixon's head. So Jordan Love and company going to take over with the ball on the 30 again. Oh, look at that. Most all-time wins. Oh, yeah. See, that's some nonsense. What the telecast just showed, 13-9 championships. Yeah, that's all good. The Bears, where they beat us is in Hall of Famers. They've got 32. Packers have 28. That's a bunch of crap. Packers should have a couple more Hall of Famers. Like if Vern Llewellyn were in, that would be closer. Certainly others throughout history. Sterling Sharp, right? Packers got to close that gap real soon. That's the one that still bothers me. All right, Jordan Love in shotgun, 2 backs with him for this 1st and 10. I think that's Josh Jacobs and Chris Brooks out there. Yes, it is. And it's a handoff to Josh Jacobs, who gives a second effort, finds something. Gain of about 6, maybe 7 on the ground for Jacobs on that first down carry up the middle. Rockin' knees, let's get another touchdown. Go, Pack, go. Efficient. True. Gary Fury saying when the Bears get done with their scripted plays, they'll have to depend on talent and execution. We'll see if they're a threat then. Yeah, that's a fair assessment, Gary. I mean, there's no doubt they're a talented group. But, I mean, also what they've been doing offensively doesn't seem to play to their offensive strengths. I wonder if Thomas Brown is going to have a positive impact that way. We'll see after they get out of their script. Jaden Reed with the catch. Nice out of the backfield. That should give the Packers about a 6-yard gain. Looks to be a first down, I do believe. But Jaden Reed with another impactful play there. Set up, let's see, Tucker Kraft coming back in. Under 7 now to go in the first quarter. Yeah, nope, we're not going to get a replay of that one. But first down catch for Jaden Reed. I do believe it's going to go down as a 6-yard gain. Packers moving the ball up the field already. They're on the 43. Ben Sims in motion. Jordan Love under center. Takes a snap. Dropping back. Play action to Josh Jacobs. He's looking for somewhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Woo, Jordan. So he dropped back. He was looking for somewhere. There was absolutely nowhere. So he throws off to the left-hand side where Jacobs was. And there was a defender right there. That throw was off target, falls incomplete. That was not the wisest throw from Love. And it looked like Love wasn't even really looking at Jacobs. Yeah, I mean, like he turned his head and fired. That was not a strong decision for one Jordan Love. I'm glad that one just fell incomplete and was kind of off target. 2nd and 10 now for Packers. They're back in their modified pistol. Tucker Kraft making it more modified, joining Love. And it's a handoff to Josh Jacobs with nowhere to go. He is brought down. That's going to go down as about a 1-yard loss. Jack Sanborn, amongst others, for the Bears in on the tackle. Yikes, and that sets up 3rd and 10. Packers now going no huddle. Jaden Reed very confused about if he's supposed to be on the field or not. Tucker Kraft appears in motion. Packers going no huddle, and they are terribly confused. Watson and Reed have no idea what's going on. Refs now getting everyone in alignment. Okay, all right, here we go. We're settled. Jordan Love in shotgun. Takes the snap, dropping back. He's looking over the middle, and he's got Josh Jacobs right in front of the line of scrimmage. Jacobs breaks 1 tackle, but then is brought down on the 2nd tackle effort, and only a gain of about 5. That's going to make it 4th and intermediate for the Packers. I don't know. Like, I would be inclined to believe that Jordan thought he saw something. So he wanted to get everyone up there for no huddle. But what he saw, obviously the rest of the offense didn't see, and the communication fell apart. And so there you had all this pre-play confusion. The play ultimately got off, but certainly wasn't that effective of a play, only a 5-yard gain. And now we got the Irishman on to punt. Goodness. Dan Whelan now punting it away. And it floats, and it bounces at about the 16 and is downed at the 6-yard line by Corey Ballantyne. Dan Whelan, the Irishman, quickly becoming one of the best players on the team, getting that downed at the 6. So Caleb Williams is going to be taking over for the Bears, backed up into their own territory. Flight risk, great punt. That was a great punt. I mean, I talked about Whelan being one of like the stock risers on the team, right? When I did that series, and man, it's like he came out of nowhere last year, gave an above average performance, but this year he truly is in the conversation of like top 5 punters in the NFL in terms of hang time, return percentage. I mean, all the things that the Packers historically have been awful at. Dan Whelan's figured it out. It's great to see. I will say, though, you want to know one of the only punters who's actually ahead of him in some of those stats? J.K. Scott, the former Packer punter who went to Los Angeles, punts now for the Chargers, and man, did he figure it out of the cold weather. J.K. Scott, even putting in some better numbers than Whelan for a couple of those categories. Big Al saying at least we're done finding a punter ever since Tim Mashtay. Yeah. I mean, they went through them quick there for a few years, right? We had Bojo Bombs in there, Corey Bajorquez, who had this undeniable boot, but couldn't do any of the other parts of the job, right? But Packers have solved their punting woes. Hopefully they've solved their kicker issues too. Lee saying Whelan has been all pro. Winter will be a new beast though. True, although I would say, like with J.K. Scott, right? We saw Scott punt well in the early part of the year, but then once it got cold, J.K. Scott just fell off, right? And that's part of the reason he found himself out of Green Bay. At least last year, Whelan's numbers did not experience this mass fall off once it got cold. So there's at least reason to believe, small sample size, yeah, but there's reason to believe that Whelan's not as affected by it as others. To see if that remains true or not. So we'll find out. The seasons are beginning to change here. Yeah, and if you're not local to Wisconsin and you're wondering what the weather's like, it is just like what you see in Chicago, at least where I am. Like, it is gray. It's getting chillier. Welcome to fall, y'all. 4:54 to go in the first now for the Bears. As who is that that's walking off? Not even sure. All right. All right. Caleb Williams in the Bears version of the pistol now. They are backed up on the 5 was the official mark. Roma Dunze in motion. Caleb Williams takes a snap, hands it off to DeAndre Swift, I do believe, and that's a gain of about 4. Running up the middle, Kenny Clark, I believe the one credited with that tackle. Second down for the Bears. Big Al, never draft a punter, never draft a kicker. That's my biggest pet peeve. I don't care how generational that player is. I don't really have an issue with the 7th rounder. Like, I totally understand what you're saying. I mean, if you need one, I don't mind chucking a 7th at it. But yeah, any earlier than that, and you're really just wasting draft capital. All right, Caleb Williams in shotgun now for 2nd and 7. Williams drops back and he finds DeAndre Swift now through the air. Swift falls forward. Javon Bullard and Jair in kind of this touch him tackle. And Swift going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. So 3rd down again for the Bears. 3rd and 2 officially. But yeah, Big Al, I very much agree with your sentiments that it mostly is a waste. 7th round picks are such lottery tickets anyway. If you need one, fill in the hole in the roster. But before that, you're just being silly. All right, 3rd and 2 now for the Bears. Caleb Williams in shotgun. Receiver in motion. Williams dropping back. And no real pressure from the Packers. That's completed over the middle to Rome. And Keyshawn Nixon with the tackle up to about the 28. Nice gain for the Bears. Nice first down. Nixon the tackler there, but the new set of downs coming for the Bears. Just another play where, in spite of going against the Bears line, no real pressure from the Packers on that 3rd and 2. First down now, Caleb Williams under center. It looks like 2 tight ends set for the Bears, 2 receivers. DeAndre Swift back there as the running back again. Gerald Everett, the 2nd tight end on the field, joining Cole Kmet. Caleb Williams takes a snap, And Packers trying to get some pressure. Devontae Wyatt chasing, but Williams taking off and running again. And that's about a gain of about 5 on the scramble. And Packers now multiple times have allowed Caleb Williams to escape the pocket and gain some yardage. That not nearly as detrimental as the third down run Williams had earlier, but nonetheless, they're allowing him to kind of leak out, and that's less than ideal. Williams certainly not a fast quarterback, but he's at least agile enough to create yardage when he needs to. All right, 2 backs now with Williams in shotgun, 2nd and 5. Takes a snap. It's a quick pitch to DJ Moore. Lucas Van Ness can't bring him down, and that is going to go for a first down. I do believe Edrin Cooper tackling Moore out of bounds. Looked like Lucas Van Ness had a millisecond chance at disrupting that, but wasn't quick enough to adapt to Moore having the ball, and that winds up being a first down run. But Moore coming up a little hobbled, limping now on the Bears sideline. And no real trainers are running to him. We'll have to see what that's about. First down for the Bears now from the 36-yard line. Williams at shotgun. It's a quick pitch out to Swift. Packers don't have a quick answer for it as Swift gains 5. Quay Walker tackling him out of bounds now. But there is a flag on the play. As telecast shows Moore just kind of squatting. Hey, it's a penalty on the Bears. It's so nice. We're so used to flags being against the Packers. It's so nice to see it happen to another team. As DJ Moore comes running, kind of gingerly, back onto the field. But an illegal shift was called on the Bears. So, back it up. Oh, and then we got no flag on that, but some extracurriculars. The Carrington Valentine over there. Notably, Valentine's still on the field, so he's getting some snaps today, it appears. Caleb Williams getting the snap here on 1st and 15. Throws it to DJ Moore, who makes the catch, but he's brought down by Valentine and Xavier McKinney, and then McDuffie came running in to finish it off. But it creates 2nd down for the Bears following the completion. Yeah, going to be interesting based upon how they're using them early to see what the stat counts are after this game. And, yeah, Bears didn't appear to love how that tackle was made out of bounds, but they're the Bears. All right, 2nd and 8. Just over a minute to go in the first quarter. Caleb Williams under center now for 2nd down. Under 5 on the play clock. Takes a snap, drops back. Play action. We got another flag. Caleb Williams thrown over the middle. That's complete over the middle to Keenan Allen. Isaiah McDuffie in coverage, but we're going to have to see what this flag is about. Would definitely be a first down for the Bears. But is it on the Bears again? That's another one on the Bears. This is lovely. Back it up. No completion to Keenan Allen. And that is illegal motion called on DJ Moore. And what did he do? Oh, because of a little hiccup in the giddy up. Not quite a legal motion. All right, cool. 2nd and 13 now for the Bears. So the completion to Keenan Allen is negated, plus they back up 5 yards. So 2nd and 13 now. Caleb Williams making adjustments at the line. They still do have about 15 left on the play clock. Gavin Gill, you can't do that! All right, now handoff. Oh, Caleb Williams actually winds up keeping it. They fake the handoff to DeAndre Swift, but Williams keeps it. And... oh, now the Packers are going to get hit with a flag. Williams ran out of bounds. McKinney gave him an extra little push, and I think they're going to get McKinney on that flag just because Williams is a quarterback. Oh, really? What? Because Xavier McKinney has muscles? That was barely a shove at all. Really? All right, so Caleb Williams flops his way into a free 15 yards for the Bears. That's some crap. 22 seconds to go now in the first quarter. LaFleur's pissed, as he should be. I don't give a crap that he was a first overall pick. Don't care. He still plays football. He can take the little contact. If he wants to ballet his way into a trainer's Gatorade bottle, that's his fault. Good Lord. Oh, yay. And I do believe they're going to let the clock run out on the first quarter as the telecast just continues to show LaFleur exasperated. Yeah, exactly, Gary. Like, he tripped. Now, like, McKinney did have literal hands on him, but you can't tell me watching that replay that McKinney, like, followed through in a push. No. McKinney happened to have a hand present on Caleb Williams when he slipped. So, the Bears lucked their way into an extended drive. Kevin Keppel saying, sorry that Green Bay has football players that play football. Refs. Yeah. I don't know. Admittedly, so like leading up to that, there were some other plays where the Packers were getting fairly aggressive, tackling like on the sideline, bordering out of bounds. Like Edgerrin Cooper had one a few plays ago. Like there have been a couple plays where Green Bay I have felt like is like teetering on that line. This Xavier McKinney one on Caleb Williams was perhaps the lightest contact the Packers have had on the sidelines all game. And that's the one that gets flagged. Either you flag that every single time or you don't. But Caleb Williams is a quarterback and he was the number one pick, so we're going to flag it. Stupid. Rocket knees. This isn't football, more like soccer. Well, Caleb Williams interpretive danced his way into that one. It wasn't even soccer. All right, well, Packers still got a lead. 7-3. Still got a lead. Just the Bears now have the ball for a little bit longer. That hasn't meant much thus far. Big Al saying, what a joke, man. Really, that was barely a hit. It was barely a shove, right? I wouldn't even call it a hit. Gary, there was two other plays that I could have understood a late hit, but not that one. See, that's what I'm saying, right? Like that's what I was referencing. And that like there were two other plays, at least off the top of my head, where the Packers were like they were hitting on the sideline. Those were significantly more egregious than McKinney here. Whatever. William saying just a makeup call for those other two. See, that did like enter the subconscious of like, did they flag that one just because they felt like they should have flagged the other two? But consistency's not too much to ask for, right? Captain Kebbles, how's J Love looking? They've run the ball quite a bit. There was one play where I really didn't like his decision making on a kind of quick fire to Josh Jacobs. But ultimately they're under center a little bit more. His mobility looks fine. He hasn't pulled up at all. We just haven't seen any real attempted deep shot. We haven't seen a scramble run. So I get it. All right, Caleb Williams down a quick out to Keenan Allen. Yeah, that looked like it bounced. Looks like refs are now flagging it off. So, yeah, incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 now for the Bears. Williams saying it happens to level the field. I understand, right? I feel like since the other two were borderline and not like egregiously violent or clear cut should have been called, then this falls in the line of like there should be consistency because then players know what to expect when you're on the sideline. I won't deny McKinney had his hands on. Oh, Brenton Cox again. Caleb Williams was doing a play action. He was rolling out, and then Brenton Cox was there to again absorb another human as he brings down Caleb Williams on a large sack. That's going to bring the Bears all the way back to back on the Packers side of the field to about the 43, maybe 44 yard line, setting up 3rd and 20, a true 10-yard flipper there for the Bears offense. 3rd and 20 now we're moving quick. 5 on the play clock. Caleb Williams in shotgun. And he takes the snap. He's dropping back, looking over the middle, completes it over the middle to DJ Moore. Packers just have to bring this down before 20 yards, and they do. Quay Walker brings DJ Moore down again along the sidelines, but very clean, that one. And that sets up 4th down now for the Bears. Going to be about 4th and 10. They are not close enough to field goal range, and that means the Bears are going to be punting it away. Whoo! My goodness, Brenton Cox making the most of his chances. My goodness. Taylor now on to punt for the Bears. Chris Hand, hey John. Hey Chris, looking forward to us beating the Bears. Super excited. Go back, go. It's in progress, Chris. All right, and the punt for Taylor now. Boop, and there goes. And that floats to about the 9 where it's fair caught by Jaden Reed. Nice fair catch decision there by Reed. I actually like that one a lot. There were a number of Packers and Bears around the ball. Feels like a very safe, fair catch for Jaden Reed. Very nice. Big Al Brenton Cox legacy game. Indeedy. Oh, but we got a flag. Let's see what this is. Gary saying Cox wasn't fooled at all. Nice. Yeah, no kidding. Cox is all over. I mean, that's multiple plays now. Brenton Cox has been all over. And making the most of his chances. I love it. And we got a personal foul on the Bears. What happened? Oh, Brenton Cox is involved in something? Oh, yeah, there it is. So one of the Bears players basically took their helmet and kind of headbutted Brenton Cox. And then, I mean, again, it wasn't the most violent action that's ever occurred on a football field, but this time the Packers benefit. So, okay. And tack 15 yards on there to where Jaden Reed caught it. So Packers at the ball. All right. Steve, see, I've been saying since last year that Brenton Cox is a freak of nature. I know you've been one in the Brenton Cox fan club. And it's just with Mosby arriving this year or switching to defensive end, like Cox has taken a little bit more of a back seat. I'm telling you, though, they've always known Brenton Cox can rush the passer. The questions have been, can he stop the run? Can he tackle consistently? Because that's been a little bit of a bugaboo. And then he doesn't play special teams. And we know that depth guys on the Packers have to play special teams. And so it's been a big, big knock on Cox. But, man, the chances and how he's making the most of them today. He's earning himself far more playing time. That we can say with certainty. Kevin saying, I've been waiting on Cox to get his chance. Love it. Yeah. And making the most of it for sure. It's, we'll see. I wonder at the end of this, just looking ahead, right? What does this rotation of defensive linemen begin to look like? Where is Lucas Van Ness in all of this as he continues to not make much of an impact, to be honest? Does he wind up just taking those earlier down like roles that Preston Smith had where you're more of the run stopping defensive end? I'm sorry, excuse me. Like, I'm curious to see if Cox continues his ascent. Woo! Good things. Steve, I'm not looking for Brenton Cox Jr. rookie card. I can't say that's one area I've explored all that much, Steve. But I got to imagine at least some are out there. Maybe some Sage. Maybe Sage has put him out there. I could see that. Yeah, let me know what you find. Champi, vamos Cardinales. I see. Let's go Cardinals. All right, now the profile picture makes sense. All right. Well, you found yourself on a Packers-Bears stream. Enjoy. Mick, penalties, personal fouls. How dirty will this game get by the fourth quarter? It's getting progressively chippier, and I don't see it stopping. I wouldn't be shocked. There hasn't been a lot of hatred in the media this week between these two teams, but based upon what we're seeing, I wouldn't be shocked if we get a few more shoves. Steve, yes, he is. Yep, he's playing in full. He's active today, as is Jair. All right, 1st and 10. Green Bay taking over with the ball at the 23 now. Jordan Love under center takes a snap, hands it off to Josh Jacobs, who is annihilated right on the line of scrimmage. He is brought down by, Kevin Byard. Byard is having a great year, especially stopping the run. I talked in the pregame show about how he's not been particularly spectacular. Like, he's not making plays like he used to for Tennessee, like interceptions, all that kind of deal. But he's been very steady Very reliable. Hasn't screwed up anything for the Bears defense. And his missed tackle rate's at like 3%. So you're not going to get him to miss either. Great play there by Byard. All right, so now second down for the Bears. For the Packers, Jordan Love in shotgun hands it off to Jacobs. And Jacobs brought down to the backfield again. And that's going to make it third and even longer for the Packers as the Bears are just teeing off on the run now for the Packers. They are going to have to switch this up a bit to get the run game moving again. 3rd and 11 officially. Under 12:30 to go in the half now. Yeah, 3rd and 11. Love in shotgun. Empty set. He does have, nope, never mind. Josh Jacobs motioning in now to be in the backfield. Tucker Kraft also motioning to the tight end spot. Under 5 on the play clock. Love takes a snap and he's dropping back. Good protection by the line, but eventually he starts to get there. Love then fires to the left-hand side, finds Christian Watson on the reception. That's one guy who's earned more receptions, more targets. Christian Watson makes the catch at about the 41. That's a first down for the Green Bay Packers. Telecast now detailing that it appears as though Jordan Love was first looking at Dobbs, but then eventually had to kind of come back and find Watson. Watson sitting between a few Bears defenders. Love just kind of needling it right in the middle there. First down, Green Bay. Love again under shotgun now for this 1st and 10. Wicks in motion from left to right. 2 backs in shotgun with Love. One of them, I believe, is Chris Brooks. The other, Josh Jacobs. Yes, that's what it appears to be. Oh, boy, but Love gets that off. He fires it off to Chris Brooks. A quick completion as Zach Tom was on his back. Zach Tom got reverse pancaked on that one. And Love had to get rid of that. Quick hits Chris Brooks and at least turned into a couple-yard gain for what could have been a disaster as Tom obviously lost his footing. Mick, there might have been the Montez Sweat impact. I don't know if that was Sweat, but looked like a Sweat play. That might have been him that knocked Tom right on over. And Williams saying Saleh sees Cox's worth. Maybe it is a Robert Saleh change. That could make a lot of sense, actually, now that you say that. Handoff to Josh Jacobs on second down, 2nd and 6. Jacobs gets the carry, runs forward for a gain of about 4 on the cutback. And that's going to set up 3rd and pretty short, at least, for the Packers. Just a nice, simple cutback run there for Jacobs as Jacobs now heads off the field. Chris Brooks again on. I'm telling you, Chris Brooks has taken the role that they wanted for A.J. Dillon, becoming their pass down running back. And he's been doing work. Last 3 games, his pass blocking grade every single week, over 70. It's been impressive stuff from Brooks, and he's kind of earned this role. And now, of course, with Marshawn Lloyd out indefinitely, Brooks is going to get more time. Love dropping back on 3rd down, and that is dropped by Romeo Doubs. He had Doubs on a quick out. Looked like they were going to get the first down. It was quick. I mean, the Bears had a blitz. Love got rid of the ball fast, but he had Doubs. Doubs is open on a quick out. His defender was tripping. Dobbs' hands just didn't work. Pure drop for Romeo Doubs. Again, a drop for the Green Bay Packers cost them. 4th and 3 now at midfield, and the Packers are going to go for it. Or at least showing that they're going to go for it. Tucker Kraft in motion. We're going to see if they're just going to try to get the Bears to jump or if Love's really going to snap this. They're on the 47-yard line of their own side, and I think they did get him to jump. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. 4th and 3, and Jordan Love snap count gets the Bears, it looks like. Oh, no. Was this actually on the Packers? Because LaFleur does not look thrilled. All right, okay, so it is on the Bears. Whew, LaFleur, don't be making that face. You concern me. That's on the Bears, and that's going to give the Packers a first down. Woo-hoo-hoo! It worked! Yep, just straight up got 93 to jump. Nice, yeah. Nicely done. So that gives the Packers a first down. All right, so Packers now getting up to the, I want to see exactly where they have marked. I think that's going to be the 48 Yeah, 48 of the Bears side of the field. Love under center now. 9:49 to go in the half. Christian Watson in motion from left to right. Love takes a snap. He's dropping back. It's play action. And he eventually throws to Josh Jacobs. A little bit of a high throw, but Jacobs adjusts, makes the catch, and he's got a seam. Huge block downfield. I think that was Watson. And then Jacobs is tackled out of bounds. The refs don't care because he's a running back. And the Packers have themselves a first down that looked to be about nearly a 20-yard gain for Josh Jacobs. That was Jaden Reed with the block. Nice. Jaden Reed throwing a shoulder into a Bears defender there to spring Josh Jacobs for additional yardage. Nice. First and 10 now for the Green Bay Packers. All right, William saying my constant problem with the Fleur is he forgets about what works and no Wilson today and this past season. Oh, yes and no. I want to explore that further. Maybe we'll talk about that at halftime, William. And there, a couple-yard carry for Josh Jacobs gets them about 2. I don't disagree with your premise, but the point about Wilson we can talk about a bit more. Couple-yard gain there for, I believe that was Jacobs, sets up second down. 2nd and 8 officially for the Packers. Kevin Keppel saying, see, it does work, Matt, from now on. Oh, for that 4th down, try to get him to jump thing? Man, I fear you're right. Yeah, Mick, I think you called it. The chippiness is continuing. A little bit of pushing and shoving after that last play against Tucker Kraft. 2nd and 8 now, under 5 on the play clock. Love in modified pistol takes the snap. He's looking right, nowhere there, so he throws to Chris Brooks coming out of the backfield. Brooks breaks one tackle, and his shirt gets ripped, and he keeps going. That's a first down reception for Chris Brooks. Love that. That was the classic, like the defender grabbed onto his undershirt and ripped that thing. The defender wound up being 4 yards behind Brooks, all tailing onto that shirt. But Brooks kept pushing first down for the Packers. We'll take it. First down, Green Bay. Love now 7 of 10. The Packers are going with a much more condensed game plan today, not asking Love to fire it 30 yards downfield. Love, admittedly, not playing hero ball at all this week, and it's a week of matriculate the ball down the field. Thus far, it's working. Handoff to Josh Jacobs, who shimmies his way through the line. That's a gain of 9 on the ground for Josh Jacobs before he's eventually brought down by 2 Bears. Nice run right up the middle. 7:20 to go in the half. 2nd and short now for the Packers. And just a simple run right up the middle. Looks as though they were following. Yeah, the crease that he actually took was between Tucker Kraft and Zach Tom. And then brought down. Take it. 2nd and 1, 7 minutes and a half. Packers are certainly threatening. They have the ball all the way up now on the Bears' 5.5. Jaden Reed in motion in the slot. Love making some hand signals. Takes a snap. It's play action to Jacobs, but Love hangs onto the ball. He's looking for somewhere to go, and he's got nowhere to go. The Bears' pass rush eventually comes in, but none of the Packers' receivers were really moving. No one was finding space, and we have a flag. All right, let's see. Let's see if this isn't against Bear. If we'll see, it would be 3rd and 1 for Green Bay. Yeah, and that's on Green Bay. Per the telecast, I'm guessing that was on Elton Jenkins. And it was, legal man downfield. So, okay. We'll have to see. I'd be curious to see a replay. I have a feeling it was actually not a true play action, but more of like an RPO. And Elton Jenkins assumed the run part went through and didn't hold out for the PO. All right, 2nd and 6. Jordan Love in shotgun now. Chris Brooks back there with him, as is Jaden Reed. And it is an end around to Jaden Reed, who tries to find somewhere to go, but there's more Bears off to the right than there are Packers, and Jaden Reed is brought down for a big loss. And that puts him all the way back at about the 16-yard line. That was dead from the start. Jaden Reed got the handoff and then goes around, but there were way more Bears off to that right-hand side than there were Packers. Way more tacklers than blockers. And so Jaden Reed goes down for a big loss. Kyler Gordon, the one officially making the tackle, the Bears slot corner. And Jordan Love now in shotgun, 3rd and 11, empty set. 2 receivers off to the right, 3 to the left. There is a running back and tight end on the field, but still empty set. Love drops back and he fires to the right, and that's going to be picked. It went over Tucker Kraft's head. It's caught at about the goal line by number 32. That's Smith of the Bears getting the interception. Jordan Love just put too much mustard on that, floated it over Tucker Kraft's head, and it's painful for Green Bay. Picked at the goal line. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, that's a pure catch. There's no need to even review it. Ugh! It floats over Tucker Kraft's extended arms right into the hands of a Bears safety. And the Bears take over with the ball. No points by the Packers. The best red zone defense in the NFL going up against one of the worst red zone offenses in the NFL, and the Packers. Defense wins that one. Ay, ay, ay. Chris, John, that, oh no, you just did is almost what every kid does when they get clothes for Christmas. Just so funny. Yeah. Or even when I was growing up, I had an uncle and aunt who would gift me it was a book every year for Christmas. Every year without fault, it was a book. And at that time, when you were 6, 7, 8 years old, a book was not high on the list. Oh no. And Kevin Keppel saying, God damn, it was just wanted the Bears to have nothing. Yeah, fine. I guess I'm going to give them one thing. Yeah. Gary saying, why is Love throwing the ball so hard? I honestly don't know, Gary. Like, he does have a tendency when under pressure. Like, if Love feels pressure, that you can tell his whole body kind of clamps up and he fires. That's different than last year. Last year, he was one of the most effective pressure QBs in the league because he could be under pressure and his throwing motion wouldn't really change. Like, he was still doing the throws that needed to happen, right? This year, it's like he gets under pressure and the whole thing just kind of clams up on him and then he rips. And there he just airmailed over Kraft. Now, maybe this is one of those situations where we hear after the game that Kraft was, more shallow on his route than he should have been, whatever, all those things that you always hear about. But regardless, this also wasn't like a timing route. Kraft was sitting. You just got to hit the open guy. And he didn't. He tensed up, airmailed it, and threw it too damn hard. And Bears capitalized. So what should be at least a 10-3 lead winds up being a 7-3 lead. Commando, so does that get us to last in the red zone? If not, I don't have the percentages pulled up, but if not, they're going to be real close. They had made a little bit of headway in that regard, like in terms of the statistical standings over the last few weeks, but they're still near the bottom, and that's going to push them farther for sure. Ay. Yeah, I mean, that should have been a completion. That should have been a piece of cake. Kevin Keppel's our red zone offense versus this red zone defense is a very ugly, ugly thing. Yeah, you're not kidding. Gary, no excuse on that one. Correct. All right, here we go. Bears now have the ball. Packers still do have the lead, 7-3. But Bears with the ball on the 24-yard line. Caleb Williams takes the snap, hands it off to DeAndre Swift. Gain of 2 up the middle for DeAndre Swift. Big Al, could we have a game without having Love throwing a pick? No, not today. The day will come. It is not today. William saying worst red zone offense is Lauer's fault? I'm assuming that was a typo. With his stupid play calling. I can't go that far, William. Because that play was fine. I don't love the Jaden Reed end around, sure. But that play was fine. Love threw the ball poorly. I can't say that's on the coach. All right, Caleb Williams in shotgun now for 2nd and 8. Williams takes a snap, drops back, throws right. Cole Kmet now making the catch. That's a first down for the Bears, gain of about 13 as Quay Walker makes the tackle. Rocket knee. Sometimes MLF play calls befuddle me. 2nd and 6, Jaden Reed sweep. Put them back on 3rd and 11. I don't get it. Well, they do have success with those sweeps a lot. They obviously just ran that sweep into an imbalance, and that's dumb. It's a sweep in and of itself. Those are generally successful for the Packers. So I don't have a huge issue with it, but running it into an imbalance, that's dumb. Let's see. Caleb Williams now taking the snap, dropping back, handing it off to DeAndre Swift, and he is brought down immediately by Eric Wilson right at the line. So that's going to set up second down, 2nd and 10 now for the Bears as that run nets them nothing. Eric, calm down, Eric. F love you, man. It stinks. Absolute bum. Fleece us for sure. My man, calm down. I mean, 18 touchdowns, 1 pick in the second half of last year is no fluke. All right, Caleb Williams now in shotgun. Also, the Packers are winning. It's okay. All right, Caleb Williams now in shotgun, 2nd and 10. Under 10 on the play clock. Takes a snap, drops back. Throws right. Hits DJ Moore. Complete. Evan Williams with the tackle. Finished off by Edrin Cooper, and DJ Moore needs help up. Third and middle now for the Bears. 30 seconds to go on the play clock. But Captain Kebble's thinking he's trying not to get hit and doesn't want to throw a duck. Personal thought. Yeah, but if he's actually healthy now, then he's got to get that out of his head. Right? All right, Caleb Williams in shotgun. Empty set for 3rd and 5. Quay Walker in straight up coverage on DeAndre Swift out there. But Caleb Williams again escapes the pocket and runs for a 1st down. Packers may need to start calling some more contain calls, because that's the 3rd time that Caleb Williams has escaped the pocket and had a net positive run for the Bears. 2nd time on 3rd down that he's gotten himself a 1st down run. They may need to start containing and not just pushing upfield with their line. 4 carries, 41 yards for Caleb Williams now per the telecast. All right, 1st and 10. Caleb Williams in shotgun. Under center. They have the ball on the 45 on the Packers side of the field. And DJ Moore in motion, and it's an end around DJ Moore. And Jair Alexander straight up missed the tackle. Quay Walker pushes Moore out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain. I mean, they had Moore dead to rights. That should have been no gain. Jair Alexander whiffed on the tackle attempt on Moore. Hey, 2nd down. Oh, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. William let OC call plays from up in the box. Adam Stenovich? No, William. Adam Stenovich is not a play caller. He's just not. Nor is QB coach Tom Clements. The next one you'd give some play call experience to would be like Jason Vrabel, the pass game coordinator and wide receiver coach. All right, we got a flag here on 2nd and 5. And what do we got? No, was it actually? Oh, 2-minute warning, not a flag? Okay, 2-minute warning. So when we come back, it's going to be Bears 2nd and 5. Packers still up 7-3. All right, what do we got? Kevin Kebble's Jeff Hafley chewing intensifies. I mean, they still got a lead, but that Diet Coke's getting emptier by the second if that's the drink of choice today for Hafley. Rocket knees, sweep near the end zone. No, John. Okay, all right. Yeah, that I can get with. But the Packers are a good end-around team. Like, Jaden Reed has a lot of success with that. You don't want to call it on the 6? Fine. My bigger issue is that they ran it right into an imbalance. That's just dumb. Realistically, that should have been altered at the line, too. So, not their best. That is for sure. Really, the main problem is, like, we wouldn't be talking about this if Jordan Love doesn't float a throw to Tucker Kraft. There's no reason he needed to throw it that hard. There's no reason that he floated it. It was an off-target throw to an open guy. That's why we're still talking about this. That was just a bad throw in a bad situation against a really, really good red zone defense. Kebbles, me seeing the Packers struggle after sneaking away to watch some game. I know what I must do, but I don't have the strength to do it. You know, we did discuss pre the bye, Captain Kebbles. I believe it was you that confessed that the Packers are better when you're not watching. We all make sacrifices, friend. Now's the time for yours. Peter, hi, John. Love being intercepted in a key position or at a key moment is sadly becoming classical. Yeah, becoming downright Favre-like in that way. Yeah, their red zone woes have to get figured out. And it's like their execution in the red zone has been pitiful. It really has been. And it just goes so much against what they did well in the back half of last year. First half of last year, yes, they were also a pitiful red zone offense. But this year, it's just like they're just not fixing the little things that are causing all of these issues. I think it was LaFleur this week in a press conference said that they've had like 18 red zone penalties. That's just asinine. Like, that's a big problem. And those are the things that have to get fixed in order to see the offense begin to work again. And Love, there's just no excuse for floating that throw to Kraft. Rugganese, Caleb looking like an average QB. I'm not seeing anything special yet. Bears got a legit defense. Yeah, yes on both accounts. And the Bears today are calling a very different offense than what Shane Waldron was calling for them. DeAndre Swift running up the middle, gaining 4 of the 5 that they need, so it should be 3rd and short for the Bears as they get under center again. It's kind of what I predicted, Rocket Knees, like with Thomas Brown especially. When he took over play calling for Carolina last year, he had a rookie quarterback, and he bottled everything up. Like, he condensed everything down. They ran the ball over 30 times a game for the first 4 games that he was play caller. The passes became a lot quicker to Adam Thielen. I think that's exactly what we're going to see out of the Bears for this next month. Way more condensed down of an offense, and let Caleb Williams become a quick operating QB. There's a quarterback option for Caleb Williams that works to perfection, because all of a sudden he just keeps running, and first down Bears. Another first down run for Caleb Williams. That one an actual planned run, not a scramble on that one. And that gives the Bears another fresh set of downs. And yep, that one's on Brenton Cox. The Brenton Cox legacy game can be ceased after that play. Cox bit on the running back, and he should have stayed with the quarterback. He did not read where the ball was, didn't read that it was an option, and jumped in on Swift when Williams had the ball. Bad read by Brenton Cox. Under 5 on the play clock. Caleb Williams in shotgun, takes the snap, drops back, and he's looking and he runs up the middle. Jiminy Christmas. Another first down run for Caleb Williams. Are you going to have to start calling this like he's Jalen Hurts? Are you going to have to start calling it like he's Kyler Murray? You might need to. Because right now, they are not playing contain at all. And Caleb Williams is feasting on it. Admittedly, it's smart adjustment by Thomas Brown to start doing that, especially when your offensive line has been complete garbage. But, man, happily better adjust to that quick. All right. Big Al, I'm surprised that Chris Brooks is getting more snaps than Emmanuel Wilson. I'm really not, because they're playing different roles. Emmanuel Wilson is your number 2 running back. Like, he is going to go in when Jacobs needs a spell, etc. Chris Brooks has taken on the A.J. Dillon role, or what the A.J. Dillon role was supposed to be this year, and that he is the pass down back. Because he's quickly ascended to being better at pass pro than Josh Jacobs or Emmanuel Wilson. And so we're going to see Brooks, like this game confirms it, Brooks is the running back for that package. If you want to think about it as what's been called classically like the third down running back or pass down running back, that appears by all fronts now to be Chris Brooks's role, not Emmanuel Wilson's, who's much more the traditional RB2. So I'm really not shocked given their usage leading up to this game. So Rocket Knees, Tom Brady is growing on me. Well, that's good. I cannot hear him, but that's good. Eric, overpaid love, so now we are stuck with this crap. Eric, calm it down. Calm it down. Jordan Love still amongst the league leaders in touchdown passes. He still makes throws that very, very few quarterbacks can. You live with the good and the bad, my friend. It's all right. Jordan Kaiser, you stop it. Miserable Goat, leave it to us to make the Bears look competent. Look, the Bears are not, like, the Packers are a better team than the Bears, but the Bears aren't a complete dumpster fire. They've had 2, kind of 3 god-awful weeks. But before that, they put up 36 on the Jaguars. Like, they're not as bad as they've been the last couple of years. So, take it easier, buddy. It's all right. Packers up 7-3. Let's see. Gary, I think we really missed Musgrave in the red zone. Potentially, but they didn't really use him like that. Like, he was a big body, sure, but they didn't have him doing like Jimmy Graham-esque type, just jump over somebody else type things in the red zone, So I don't, potentially, but I don't know. It doesn't scream to me like that would be his usage. What really does feel like is like they run the ball really well up until they get to the red zone. And then one, they run less, but two, they don't run well in the red zone. And that might be the thing that's got to get looked at. All right, 1st and 10. Bears, 1:11 on the game clock. Bears have the ball, and it's a quick bubble screen to DJ Moore again. And DJ Moore gains something, breaks one tackle. Quay Walker then hits him, and that's a gain all the way up to about the 5-yard line. So 1st down for the Bears. Packers with some, not going to lie, pretty lackadaisical tackling effort on that one. And so DJ Moore gets him inside the 10 on the bubble screen. And looks like, it was Xavier McKinney who missed and Edrin Cooper who missed, and then they both tripped Aaron Mosby. Ay, when your two good tacklers can't tackle, that's a problem. Commando saying, well, our linebackers are showing the weakness a little bit. Mm-hmm. It is still the weakness of the Green Bay defense, and they are living up to that. Eric, when are we going to put a spy on Williams before or after he has 200 yards rushing? This team sucks. Eric, my God, man, breathe. It's okay. But yeah, no, they need to. They absolutely need to. 1st and goal for the Bears. Is Evan Williams playing today to stop Caleb Williams? Yeah, Evan Williams is out there. Yeah, they don't have him, like Eric was just saying, like they don't have him spying or anything like that. It looks like he's doing his normal role, but he is out there. All right, so Bears 1st and goal at the 5. Caleb Williams handing it off to DeAndre Swift, who's brought down quickly. Rashawn Gary, they're making the tackle. Quay Walker finishing it off with Keyshawn Nixon. Gain of maybe 2 on the ground for DeAndre Swift. Gets him up to about the 3-yard line. Where else we got here? Big Al saying we need to be better with our pass rush lane. We haven't struggled with mobile quarterbacks. See, I think my assumption, without knowing fully what the D-line plan is right now, and looking at it from the telecast, my assumption is the Packers came into this game saying we need to fix our pass rush. The Bears' offensive line has been awful. Gave up 9 sacks to the Patriots, who aren't even a good pass rush. So we're going to attack uphill in this game. And the Bears, appearing, said, we know, we understand you're going to try that. So we're going to move to a quicker paced offense that we've been running with our new offensive coordinator. And we're going to have Caleb Williams show off his agility. And we're going to run on you. And then you got Brenton Cox completely misdiagnosing a QB option, and you wind up with a quarterback able to run for 50 yards, right? Like that's how it happens. At halftime, you make the adjustment to start running more contain. Cole Kmet in motion, and Caleb Williams takes the snap, hands it off to Roschon Johnson, who twists his way in. Did he get the touchdown? No, they mark him short. He gets up to about the half-yard line. Again, Packer tackle attempts not stopping him where they first made contact, as he's able to spin. That might be a touchdown upon review. But he was able to spin his way through a few tackles. And so that might go down as a Bears touchdown. We got to find out how they're exactly going to rule this. Yeah. I mean, I would lean towards touchdown. We're going to find out. Rockinese, no fan base hypes themselves up more than Bears fans before the season. Haha, Bears are sorry. MLF never lost to the Bears. Yeah, that is true. We do both Bears fans a lot. William saying, but Wilson saw action only into first touchdown, and you say LaFleur doesn't forget. No, LaFleur absolutely forgets about the run game. I say that a lot. It's just, that's not Emmanuel Wilson's job. Are you going to have him take Josh Jacobs off the field to play Emmanuel Wilson? No. Like, they're not going to do that. Emmanuel Wilson is RB2. If you want to argue that he should get more carries instead of Josh Jacobs, okay. But, like, they're not really going to do that very often because LaFleur also gets flack for forgetting that Josh Jacobs exists all the time. It's a lose-lose. Gary saying we need to try and get a fumble, really need to start getting turnovers again. Yeah, that's been a big deficiency of the defense lately. And that's one thing that you can pretty clearly see is through the first month of the season, we saw like they were number one through first 5 weeks or so in turnover differential. That's when McKinney was wrapping up all his picks, right? And then the last 3, 4, 5 games, it's really kind of slowed down. And pair that with the Jordan Love interceptions, and all of a sudden the Packers went from number 1 pretty clear in turnover differential per game to now sitting like now probably 10th or 12th with that Jordan Love interception. But that's one thing you've been able to pretty clearly see week by week is them fall down a bit. Let's see. Miserable Goat, Jerry Berry 2.0. A couple weeks ago, he said build the statue. Kevin Kevels, I see Williams is already on his Justin Fields can't throw, so he just runs storyline. William, what do you think LaFleur's responsibility is for this no good effort, even penalties? Who's really the one to blame? Well, like the buck stops with LaFleur. But what are we supposed to do when the players do dumb thing after dumb thing? Just say it's all on the coach? Like, no. This is his 6th year coaching. Like, we haven't seen some of these problems before. They're 5th in offensive DVOA in spite of their red zone troubles. So I'm not going to sit back and say he's a god-awful play caller, because he's not. He's actually one of the better ones in the league. He's not perfect, but he's certainly one of the better ones. But, like, to go all doom and gloom because they're in a contest versus the Bears? No, I'm just remembering the context of the entire season where they're 6-3 and doing okay. All right, so Bears taking over with the ball again. It is indeed 3rd and goal. They still did mark him down short of the end zone. So 3rd and goal with a couple inches to go. And yep, still waiting. All right. Why do we keep on calling timeouts, Miserable Goat? Because they want the ball back. That would be why. That's why they burned through them all, to try to get, like, have time remaining on the clock. But now here we are following the review. They run down the clock, 10 seconds left on the clock. Bears do still have all 3 of their timeouts there. They burned one, so they got 2 remaining. So the Bears are actually going to run a 3rd down play here to try to push into the end zone, try to take the lead. If it doesn't work, then they'll use a timeout. And I would think, depending on how 3rd down goes, try for the field goal and cut into the deficit. Gary saying not a good look for us. No, but look, we knew that this was a possibility, right? When you make mid-season adjustments of coordinators, that puts the opposite side of the ball at the disadvantage of not knowing what you're going to do. And then they got to take halftime to adjust. I talked about that was one of the things about this game that gave me some reservation, was the Bears rolling out a totally different offense than what they had presented. And thus far, the Bears are rolling out a totally different offense than what they've presented through weeks. The test now for the defense is whether they can adjust. That remains to be seen. Gary, so do you think we're missing Preston Smith? I do. Not really, honestly. Just because I don't think, like, with the way Preston had been playing, I don't think the impact is any different. 3rd and goal. They run it, and did he get in? Yeah, the refs are saying he got in. The Packers made contact with him before the end zone, but Rashawn gets in there, and that gives the Bears a 9-7 lead, 7 seconds to go in the half. And that was there coming on for the extra point. Couple Packers look as though they're arguing, saying, no, he was down. But they called him in for the touchdown. Let's see, they're showing the replay. Dan Johnson, yep, that's definitely a touchdown. He got in. So there you have it. Touchdown Bears. Kevin Kibbles, I'm not worried until the defense sucks in the second half. Fire Jeff Hafley there, fix the defense. That is what seems to work. Kick is up. Kick is good for Cowher Santos. Bears take a 10-7 lead. And Kevin Kebble's also saying Packers are slow coming out of a bye. We fine. Yeah, they have been multiple times in the LaFleur era. This isn't new. All right, 10-7. Let me update the ticker here. Bam. There it is. 10-7 Bears. Well, realistically, there's not, especially with no timeouts, like there's 7 seconds here. The Packers, I'm sure, we're just going to see a knee, and we're going to head into the half. Bears get the ball after the half because the Packers had it first. So we'll see. We get a chance real quick to see any potential defensive adjustments from the Packers. We'll see. Yeah. But I will say this is kind of, I got to be thinking this is what the Bears very much intended. I mean, that was a 13-play, 76-yard drive as the telecast just showed. So Thomas Brown runs the ball a ton, right? And Keyshawn Nixon returns it up to 26. Now 1 second left on the play clock. Yeah, they're kneeing it for sure. He runs the ball a ton. We know this, right? He runs a much more condensed offense. We know this, right? And you got to believe, because the Bears have controlled the time of possession, especially here in the second quarter, that they're doing very much what they intended upon doing. That the changes that they wanted to make are working for the Bears. Like I said, all comes down to whether the Packers can adjust or not. So 10-7 Bears at the half. Kevin Kells, thanks again for doing these watch parties, fam. I know it can be stressful doing all the technical side of it and stuff. Thank you, Captain Kells. I'm happy to do it. Peter, after 26 drives, stopping into Skibble's touchdown. Jeff Hafsley's defense delivers the struggling Bears. Pathetic. Hey, man, I said the Bears are going to get theirs today with the new Orkinator. They are. It's the way it works, man. I said it was going to happen. It ain't happened. They've only given up one, though. So, is what it is. I'm not telling you to be jolly. I'm not telling anyone who's dismayed to, be thrilled. I'm just saying, season's not over. Take a breath. It's okay. They're going to be fine. If they lose, yeah, it's really going to suck today. And they're going to get blamed for it. But it's okay. Big Al, is it just me, but I feel like Lucas Van Ness is not agile to play defensive end. Maybe he should play the interior, kind of like Carl Brooks. I don't know. Yeah, that could be part of it. He's certainly in a 4-3. He certainly is a big defensive end. And there goes MVS for 71. Meh. The epitome of boomer bust player. But I think this is just kind of the consequence of the Packers going from 3-4 to 4-3, right? Like, their defensive ends are not perfect for a 4-3. They're just not. They're big for being 4-3 defensive ends. And the Packers happen to have a bunch of really big ones. I think in terms of LVN specifically, yes, you could say the agility is probably part of it. From a pass rush standpoint, Lucas Van Ness, he needs to develop more moves. And that was the knock on him coming out of the draft too, was like, it's his sequencing. It's his lack of moves. It's the fact that he calls upon a bull rush, and then if that doesn't work, oh boy, is he cooked. And it's 2 years in now, that still kind of appears to be the case. So I kind of look at that as a bigger deficiency, but in terms of stopping the run, yeah, it's a problem. And if you want to chalk that up to agility, the more I'm thinking about it, yeah, I can see that, but I think it's part of the equation, not the full picture. And maybe he would be more effective inside. It's a worthwhile conversation to be had at the very least. Kevin Kebbles, this defense is still in its infancy, to be honest. They have impressed me over the games they have played, minus the pass rush. I think that's fair. Yeah, I mean, they're certainly getting way more turnovers than they have had. I think in terms of red zone defense has been better than we've seen in the last couple of years. I think overall, I know no one wants to hear this today, but I think overall, yeah, we can be satisfied, not jumping for joy at the transformation of the defense to this point. I mean, if you're a DVOA believer, they're 15 spots better on DVA at this point in the year than they were last year. The defense is more effective than it was, certainly. It's not a top 5 unit like we were all hoping for yet. If it will get there. We don't know. Gary, how big is that turnover? We could soon be down by 10 when we should have been up by at least 7. Yeah. You kind of hit the nail on the head there, Gary. I mean, stupid plays have stupid consequences. It's what it is, right? Yeah. Another costly turnover for the offense. Rockinese, I believe, will come on hot, put a drive together. Third quarter is Jordan Love's quarter. That historically has been very, very accurate. Rockinese, he is at his best by far in the third. I would say probably third, first, fourth, second is his pecking order. His second quarter is generally pretty terrible. That goes back to last year. But the Bears do get the ball to start the half, so defense needs to make a stop first. Then we'll get to that. I'm down. Kevin Kebbles, going from guys whose power comes from the chest area to needing guys with stronger legs. That's part of it. I mean, like, that is part of the body build thing when you're dealing with bigger guys. Yeah, and I think you can absolutely argue Rashawn Gary, Lucas Van Ness, Preston Smith when he was here. They're all chest power guys. I think that's a very fair argument. Now, I also don't think that it's a tremendous coincidence that Preston Smith went back to a 3-4 and then had a sack last week for Pittsburgh. These are generally guys who are better suited for a 3-4 pass rush where they can get a little bit more of a head start rather than playing with their hand in the dirt. And I do think part of the natural progression for the defense, if we're removing the scope of like this year and looking forward, is I think defensive end and the pass rush itself is one area that does have to get redesigned for a new defense. Like Gutekunst historically has targeted positions, right? Don't be shocked at all if defensive end becomes one of those targets this offseason. That would make a lot of sense to me. And what they need is some speed at defensive end and some agility, not just bull rushers, which is basically what their entire stock is outside of Mosby. Brendan Cox is a little bit leaner, but he's even more so bull rush than anything else. So that's really what they got to start to get to, and they don't have the horses right now to really do it. In that way, it's on Hafley to adjust to what he does have right now. Easier said than done. Gary, it's kind of hard to look at what the Lions and Vikings are doing on offense. It's big. Are the Vikings actually looking good on offense again today? I haven't seen. We got to do our tour around other games here. I got to pull up the scoreboard. Yeah, let me take a look. Are they actually like functioning? Because the Vikings went through their midseason lull. Oh yeah, up 16-3 on the Titans. Yeah. So at least they're not at a 30 spot. But holy Lions, yeah, 28-3 over the Jags. Lions are lionsing, that's for sure. Big Al. Name one of your most heartbreaking moments as a Packers for me 2014 NFC Championship game. Dang, Big Al! Just because the mood is down doesn't mean we gotta live in the awful past. All right, here's one. Terrell Owens. Yeah, you know what play I'm talking about? Steve Young completing it to Terrell Owens. I was a wee young lad at that time. My Packers heart was just getting filled with positivity. I didn't know any better. And I was 8 years old at that time, if I'm thinking of the correct year, 9. And I will not lie to you, Big Al. When that pass was completed to Terrell Owens, I went into my bedroom, separate from my family, and I openly wept. That was my first heartbreak, man. William. My problem with Liz LaFleur is he doesn't adjust on the fly due to his stubbornness to change, and job description should change weekly with talent earned on the field. And other teams have figured out his offensive play calling. He's just not enough unpredictable. I think saying he's not unpredictable enough is fair. I would go with that too. We have complained about at times how LaFleur gets into the run, pass pattern when he remembers that the run exists. Then it's first down run, second down run, third down pass, like as predictable as can be, right? I'm not sure though that I would agree with the assessment that the rest of the league has figured out LaFleur's offense. Like, yeah, okay, they're having a down day today. From a points per game standpoint, using DVOA, from like a lot of substantial metrics, the Packers this year are a top 5, top 8, 10 offense. Generally means you've got a guy at the helm who's making some worthwhile calls, right? Like, this isn't the Aaron Rodgers years where the offensive scheme was rather simplistic and they were just banking on guys just beating corners, right? This is a full-on scheme, and like, there's certainly critiques and complaints to be had in there, but I do think it's important to keep in mind the larger scheme of like, the Packers are still up there in the upper echelon of offenses. Today sucks. I'm not going to deny it. But I don't think we want to get all like doom and gloom and say, let's fire everybody, because, we're not there. So, all right, let's see what else we got going here. Rockin' let's get some positivity going. I will be shocked if we lose this game. Might be an ugly win, but a win. That's kind of where I'm at, Rockin'. And maybe that's why I'm not as doom and gloom as others, is like, I still see a pretty clear path to victory here for the Packers. I'm not at all thinking that this game is done. They've barely had the ball. Eric, same old Joe Barry defense, absolute garbage. These guys couldn't tackle a quadriplegic. Eric, my friend, was your bed uncomfortable last night? You seem in a very foul mood. It's okay. They're down 10-7 to a bad team. That sucks. I know. They're going to be okay. It's okay. Fly risk. We make great adjustments at half. I don't think we're going to let him keep running in the second half. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if we saw, the Packers didn't shift to a little bit more contain in the second half. So, and that alone will help cure some things here. This is the same defense and defensive plan that held Kyler Murray in check, that had Jalen Hurts in check. Like, they've done a very good job this year on mobile QBs when that's been the plan. I think they were very much caught off guard today by Caleb Williams running the way that he has. And I do expect them to adjust here and have to. Chris, I apologize. I haven't kept up with most of your weekly vids. What, in your opinion, about Smith's trade? Does this spoil your Christmas eggnog? Or is this an unexpected Christmas gift trade? Neither. I think it's, Preston requested to be traded. So, like, that really adds some, like, okay, well, they did what they had to do, right? He requested to go back to a 3-4. He requested to be traded. He knew that the new scheme wasn't really working for him. Okay, well, and then they at least got something out of it. So they got a 7th round pick out of it. And they also got themselves out of that Preston Smith contract, which, given how the defense is, was probably coming this offseason anyway. Like, his time was probably done. So now they get out of that contract a little bit earlier, get a couple million on the books, and they get more eyes on Cox, Mosby, some of the younger guys' defensive end, and then they explore whether they really got to blow up the defensive end room or not. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. It is what it is, trade. William, their offense is one of the most talented. It absolutely is. It also is leading the league in drops. It also has a lot of penalties. It also is up there in interceptions, right? And like, if you want to say the penalties thing is a coaching problem, yeah, sure. I think the track record, though, LaFleur's teams are generally actually really good at not committing penalties. So, like, I can't say it's all his fault when the track record says they've actually been pretty good. And then in terms of like drops and stuff like that, you're in the NFL. Catch the damn ball. I don't really put that on coaching. It is what it is. Dan, MLF needs to give up play calling when we get in the red zone. No more vertical -5 runs. See, who are they going to have call? Steno? You want Adam Stenovich playing calling plays? Clements? He doesn't do that. You got to go down to Jason Vrabel. And, no. You know me. I called for LaFleur last year to give up play calling for a couple weeks until the offense fixed itself. The Packers are not in the same situation this go around. They need to start executing. But yeah, the run into the imbalance from Reedy earlier, I hated that for sure. Gary, I've hated Owens ever since that play. Buddy, I feel your pain. Man, that was the worst. As a wee child, that one was painful. Miserable Goat, definitely seen this happening, typical Packers football. They've not been great coming out of the bye for a few years. Yeah, got a long way to go. Dan horizontal, sorry. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Kevin Kebble's none Packers people have pointed out if LaFleur has a weakness, it is he focuses too much on the opposing defense's weakness and his strengths in some games. If it is he focuses too much on the opposing defense's weakness and not his own strengths in some games. I can get with that, except for when it comes to running the ball. A flaw of LaFleur is there are times where he gets into a rhythm. Like, he is a former quarterback. He wants to throw the ball. Jordan Love wants to throw the ball. And so they just throw the ball. And I do think they need to run more. Like that I will say. Eric, MLF's offense would be fine if we had a QB that could run it. Unfortunately, we have an overpaid turnover machine at QB. Jordan Love can run it when he doesn't have a messed up groin. And he doesn't have a messed up knee. Now, we heard that he was healthy coming into this game, but we're not seeing a lot of mobility yet. Gary saying everything has been working on offense except the turnover. Can't say many good things about the defense except for a few plays by Cox. Today, yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, they've had they've had spurts of stopping the run, but then inevitably, like Caleb Williams is crushing it. 60 yards as it shows on the telecast now. All right, I got to blow through these really, really quick. Gary, it's getting a little too far into the season to keep making excuses. I mean, historically speaking, with a new coordinator, you give a full year to see how it works. But like, I understand what you're saying. And that bounces into the end zone. Bears going to take over with the ball at the 30. Big Al saying, man, I miss Jay Cutler, especially with the picks. Man. He was the Packers' best quarterback. Kevin Kebble's definitely probably won't shine really until week 8 next year in terms of most team trends. Gary will be okay, though. Yeah. Rockinese 4th and 26, often forgotten, hurtful memory. That's another one, man. That's it all. Rockinese, I haven't seen Wicks at all, John. They went to him once. I think on drive 1, they went to him, and it was broken up, if I remember correctly. It has been pretty sparing. And I got to tell you, Rocket Knees, it's exactly what I was calling for. Until he proves he can catch the ball again, he's got to be wide receiver 4. And that's kind of what they're doing today by all appearances. Quick pitch out there to DeAndre Swift, and Swift takes the halfback toss, and that's a gain of about 12 on the ground. First down, Bears. All right, I want to catch up on these last couple, and then we'll get back to everything. William, you're the best. Enjoy your rants. Oh, thank you, William. But I'm 71 of seeing Bart Starr. Lombardi would have pulled penalty makers to come to the sideline for one play. LaFleur doesn't know what to do, and every game sweeteners. That I can get with. Part of the problem with the penalties, first of all, thank you for your kind words. Second, I would just say part of the problem with the penalties is it's really easy to do that with a young guy, right? Granted, I did not see Lombardi coach live, right? Caleb Williams and pistol here for first down, and it's a play fake, and he's throwing over the middle, and that's over the defender. That's complete to Cole Kmet. Nice completion for the Bears. I believe that was over Xavier McKinney's outreached arms, and that gives the Bears a big first down. The thing is, though, like part of what the Packers have had going on is it's been a lot of their vets with penalties. Kenny Clark has had a bunch of penalties. Elton Jenkins on the offensive line has had a bunch of penalties. So, granted, I didn't see Lombardi live. Would Lombardi have gone over to Ray Nitschke and benched Ray Nitschke for a penalty? Would he have done that to Jerry Kramer, Fuzzy Thurston? I can't say for certain, but I'm hard-pressed to believe that he would. If you want to argue like it's a discipline problem, why are these vets committing penalties? Like, okay, I can get with that. But it's kind of inexplicable that guys who've never really done that many penalties suddenly are doing them all the time. And DeAndre Swift there stopped on the run, kind of twisted into it, but 1 2-yard loss on the carry for DeAndre Swift. Nice stop there for the run defense. Kevin Kebble's hearing stats trackers say Matt commits to the running the ball too much, had me spinning into the sun. Who said that? And take away their microphone. Kevin Kebble's jaw has a knee injury, questionable. God bless jaw. You're here. The man needs a bottom, like everything from the neck down transplant. Who's in shape and can give him one? Good Lord. All right, Caleb Williams in shotgun, drops back, throws it, and that's airmailed. He misses Roma Dunze. That's over the top, incomplete pass. That's going to set up 3rd and 9 for the Bears. Oh, hey, we have a guest. Not a guest. She lives here. Claudia, come join us. Oh, my gosh, I'm tipping stuff over.
Hey.
Back there. The hell's back there? Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hey. Welcome, Claudia.
Hello.
The Packers are losing 10-7 to a bad Bears team. It's been fun. All right, Bears have the ball on the 31. 12:59 to go in the third. DJ Moore and some other receivers doing some swaps there. Packers overloading the right side of the line. Caleb Williams in shotgun, under 5 on the play clock. Takes the snap, drops back. Pass rush doesn't get there again. Completed to Keenan Allen, and the Bears are stopped. And so that's going to make it a field goal opportunity for Cairo Santos and the Bears. As the Packers stop them a few yards shy of the first down, and the Bears are... No. The Bears are staying on the field. It's 4th and 2. They're going to go for it. Way. Okay, well, this is some new confidence from the Bears offense. Packer D, you better all get ready.
Right.
4th and 2. Caleb Williams in shotgun. 3 receivers off to the right, 1 to the left. He's got a running back in the backfield with him. Caleb Williams takes a snap, drops back. What are you doing? And that's complete to Evan Williams. What the freak kind of pass rush was that? Oh my word. Someone, I didn't catch the jersey number, someone had a shot at Williams and they pulled up to like deflect the pass. It was Quay. Too hard. All right, are we back? Every time I slap my desk, it goes off. I'm sorry. Ay, ay, ay. Quay! We talked about how the Packers need to go contain, and then he goes ultra contain like that's prime Mike Vick back there. Not that far, Quay! 2nd and 4 for the Bears. They're on the 10. And he takes the snap, hands it off to Rashawn Johnson. Gain of maybe 1. 3rd down for the Bears. Well, could at least stop him to a field goal try, just like they would have if Quay Walker went idiot. Yeah, sorry. Whenever I slap the desk, the cords get all freaked out. My bad. It's happening far too often lately. Williams saying if we lose this game, our chances drop to 40%. Yeah, I did see that. If they win, they're at like 78% playoff likelihood. And then if they lose, it drops to 40. Yeah. All right, Caleb Williams in shotgun. Keenan Allen motioning from left to right. And Williams takes the snap, drops back, and throws it. That's deep into the end zone. There we go. Good coverage by Carrington Valentine. Throw is over the top to Roma Dunze anyway, and that means the Packers stopped the Bears' offense. This is going to be a field goal try, I would think, unless they go for it again. But on 4th and 4, I would think this is going to be a field goal try for the Bears. Yes, and there already is the kicker on the field, Cairo Santos. All right. As LaFleur and Jordan Love are discussing on the sideline. 27-yard attempt for Santos now. Should put the Bears a little bit more in the lead. But, hey, you know what? Ultimately, like, defense holding them to a field goal. Still keeping it touchdown. Still takes the lead for Green Bay. Field goal is good. 13-7. Okay. Oh, not 1. Nope. I
wish that'd be nice.
No. Impossible, but it would be nice. There we go. All right. Okay, here we go. William.
Will you still say LaFleur is a good coach and taking us to the Super Bowl? That's all that matters.
I don't know about this year, but I would say, like, in the large scheme of things, William, I would say LaFleur is a Super Bowl caliber coach. I'm not his biggest fan. I'm not saying he's the greatest coach. He's not the second coming of Lombardi. But I do think he is a Super Bowl caliber coach. I think that it is still entirely possible this year that they go on a deep run. At this point, in week 11 last year, we were not talking about like potentially upending to beat San Francisco or to beat Dallas in the playoffs, right, and making a Super Bowl run. So like they could still absolutely go on a run this year. No doubt about it. I do think, and I know you can say like it's always next year in Green Bay. I get it. But the long-term planning for Green Bay has kind of always been 2025. Like we said that the day Aaron Rodgers was traded was the first year is see what you got in love. The second year you work out the kinks, begin to build. And then 2025 is like your arrival. So like if we zoom back in time a little bit, to the day Rodgers was traded and looked ahead at the roster, all right, pretty well on pace. And I do think LaFleur is a caliber enough coach to get them there. That's where I'm at. Gary.
I want to try and be positive, John, but I wouldn't be a true Packer fan if I didn't get upset with some of these things that are problematic with our team.
It just means you care, Gary. Yeah, no, I get it.
Cam Kebble's good news. We're in the lead with 1 touchdown and
an extra point.
Let's impose our will, please, and thank you.
Yes, now let's see offensive adjustments. See, right, like they are only down 13-7. They are not losing 42-3 to the Bears. Like they touchdown, and this conversation changes real fast. William.
He made Aaron leave, talking about Matt LaFleur.
I would say Brian Gutekunst made Aaron leave. I would say Mark Murphy made Aaron leave. I would think Aaron made Aaron leave. I think LaFleur is like probably the least of that collective that made Aaron leave. And also, I mean, keep in mind, I was in the camp of like, it was time for Aaron to go. Because of interpersonal relationships, because of play on field, whatever, we kind of hit a point there where it was time. So,
as Captain Kevel says, which is good and has helped the team.
There you go. William.
Saying this is not the season I expected.
Well, I mean, even if they drop today, they're 6-4, right? Losing to the Bears is humiliating and dumb, and we can chastise them for it, but like they're still 6-4. It's not the season we expected. They're not 9-1, but it's not this cataclysmic disaster either, though. All right, here we go. Jordan Love in pistol now for 1st and 10. They got the ball at the 30. Dontavian Wicks, there you go, rocking knees. Wicks in motion from right to left. And Love takes a snap, hands it off to Josh Jacobs, who pushes the pile forward, turns what should have been a 2-yard gain into maybe a 4 or 5-yard gain. And that brings on 2nd down.
Gary's saying,
Oh, sorry. Went out of order. Peter.
Meanwhile, the Lions are cruising again.
Yeah, I saw they were up 28-3 against now 35-6. Oh, how fun. Gary.
We're playing the Bears, guys. We're just setting them up to rip their heart out at the end when they think they have won the game.
It's true. It's not Bears week unless
there was that one game with Rodgers where.
Yeah, the money game. All right, Love dropping back on 2nd and 6. Throws off to the right. Hits Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs goes. Josh Jacobs is trucking. We're well into Bears territory. Gets up to about the Bears 45 as Josh Jacobs was wide open and took advantage. There we go. The telecast is showing it, but Ben Sims with the block on Kyler Gordon to spring Jacobs free and turn that into a probably about a 20-yard play instead of just a couple-yard play. Nice first down there for the Green Bay Packers.
We got William saying he fought with his play calls all the time.
Well, Rodgers fought with LaFleur's play calls all the time. And, I mean, frankly, William, like, we are seeing how that's going with the Jets right now, right? Not great. All right, Love on 1st down, drops back. There's their mobility as he evades pressure.
Leg, as I do believe a Chicago Bear jumped the gun.
Yeah, he scrambled his way into about a 4-yard gain there, but we'll have to see what the penalty is officially. Yeah, it's on the Bears. Offsides. Woo! Take the yards any way you can get them. And that's on Montez Sweat, who is sweating getting early. You can't do that. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with Rodgers. Like, we are seeing what their offense is doing with the Jets, right? Because, like, that is the Rodgers offense. And it's pretty outdated. It's not going well. All right, here we go. Love in shotgun. He's got Emmanuel Wilson for those yearning for Wilson to be on the field. There he is. And he gets the carry.
There he goes.
And he runs up and gains 4. It was 1st and 5 for the Packers. He gains about 4 right up the middle. So it's going to give him 2nd and nice and short. Under 8:30 now to go in the 3rd as the Packers are beginning to put together a little bit of a drive. As Wilson goes running back off the field and Josh Jacobs comes back on. There you go. Those who wanted Wilson,
right?
You get 1.
He's there. Can't say he's not there. And he was productive.
He was. Got 4 of the 5. 80% of the yards they needed.
Yep.
All right, 12 to go on the play clock. Jordan Love lining up now. Does appear as though he's in his pistol formation again. Yes, indeed, he is. Hands it off to Josh Jacobs. Jacobs goes running up the middle, breaks one tackle, and then spins his way into a second tackle. Ultimately gains 6 on the ground, setting up a first down for the Green Bay Packers. Another new set of downs. We'll take it. By the way, any updates out there on Jair? Has anyone seen anything updated? If you have, let me know.
Kevin Kebble's in response to William saying, which is funny because his MVP speeches, he said Matt made it easy on him.
Yeah, he did. I think we don't have to have our head in the sand that much either. Like, we know there was some friction. There had to be between LaFleur and Rodgers. But I think that they were a very cordial friction as opposed to Goot and Murphy.
Throwing it out.
There we go to Watson.
Watson.
Completion deep to Christian Watson. That gets them to about the 9-yard line, I believe is where Watson rolled to. And that gives the Packers a big first down and puts them in quite the advantageous spot if the red zone offense begins to function. There we go. And Love just dropped that right over the linebacker, between the linebacker and safety and zone coverage. And Christian Watson, he's earned these targets. We got to get the ball to the guy who doesn't drop it more often.
Some unfortunate news. Jair is ruled out according to RB Sports.
Jair, man. What is going on with that body? And now Love under center takes a snap, hands it off to Jacobs. Jacobs, touchdown! Runs it right up the gut. That's the kind of red zone run we all want. And that's a touchdown for the Green Bay Packers. There we go. Josh Jacobs should put the Packers in the lead, but at the very least for now, we're tied 13-13. And let's see here. So Love takes a snap, and I do believe they ran that. Again, they went to the hole between Zach Tom and Tucker Kraft. Josh Jacobs broke a tackle and ran it right up. That's a few times where I've seen the telecast circle Sean Ryan, and then Jacobs ran it not behind Sean Ryan. He runs it behind Tom and Kraft. We'll take it.
And
Bad
is good.
Yeah, bad snap by Orzik, but Whelan has really become a good holder. Saves that, gets it up. McManus kicks, extra point, good. And now we have the Green Bay Packers in the lead. 14-13.
Woo-woo.
There we go. Pack is back in the lead. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, they said Alexander's out most likely. I wonder, I mean, I'm sure we'll find out after the game. I'm sure... is it an aggravation of the injury that had him questionable coming into this game? Is it a new injury for Jair?
Right? How many, this kid's gonna need bubble wrap.
He's already at the bubble wrap phase. We got to get him on the field. Flight risk, touchdown, Josh Jacobs. Indeed. Woo-hoo. William saying thanks to Stenovich. Stenovich is an excellent offensive line coach. He is, he's not that technically anymore, but he's still in charge of the line. And he's a great, run game coordinator for sure. That was a nice play. But he's not the one who called the play. Remember that, William. Commando, don't need to worry about an INT if you run the ball. Also true. That is fair.
Commander J-Man saying good strong drive. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Chris Hand, hello, Harry Potter version of Claudia. Hello. I like the glasses. Thank you.
I mean, we did watch the Harry Potter baking show last night, so.
Yeah.
Rockin' East.
Jacobs might be the best 8-yard runner in the NFL.
So here's the thing with Josh Jacobs, okay? He is not, at least this year, he's done it with Vegas before, but he's not a 3 yards in a cloud of dust runner where he's going to run it for 40 very often. But he is really good at getting you 8 to 12 yards. And the numbers show that. That's what's insane. Because if you dive into PFF's tracking of carries and carry distance and all that kind of stuff, Josh Jacobs is amongst the best in the NFL at yards over 10 carries. Yards over 15 carries, and of starting running backs, he's down in the bottom third. So it's the rate at which that he gets 11 to 14 yards is incredible. Don't ask him to run for 16. It's and it's just the weirdest, it's just a quirk in his game. He's very good at what he does.
Lyra's saying, come defense, no points this drive, and we score again.
Exactly.
Yes, please.
Exactly. And then every single conversation we've had for the last hour and a half changes radically.
Big Al saying Josh Jacobs could fit the mold as franchise running back
Yeah.
like the early 2000s.
He is that.
Oh, hey, look, it's Simone.
What's up, Simone? You're wearing the wrong jacket.
She did that her first time.
Yeah. Yeah, but that is true. Josh Jacobs is kind of a throwback in that mold, and that's what Green Bay wanted more of, and that's what they got.
Gary's saying Jacobs is far better running back than I thought he would be, and I thought he would be pretty good.
No, he's been a revelation. He has not been Aaron Jones where he's going to rip off 40-yard things. But man, does he break a lot of tackles, and he gets you those 12 yards consistently. Oh, Cooper! I think that was you, Cooper. Yes, it was. So special teams return here for the Bears. Ultimately, Cooper could have had him a few yards earlier than he did, but he missed. And so the Bears are going to take over the ball in the early 20s. Yeah, that's what's got to stop. Telecast is showing the replay of Caleb Williams running for 60 yards. Quay! Go with contain, please. But when you have a free shot at the quarterback, maybe still take the free shot at the quarterback. Hey, you fool. All right, 6:29 to go in the third. Caleb Williams under center now. Packers need a strong defensive drive here. And it's a play action to DeAndre Swift. Kingsley Enagbare is chasing Williams. Come on, bring him down! Caleb Williams spins out of the sack for Enagbare and turns it into a 4-yard scramble. Kingsley. God. It's a family show. All right.
And we'd like to keep our mic unmuted.
I didn't hit the desk that time. 2nd and 7. Bears going with a modified hurry up. Caleb Williams in shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to DeAndre Swift. Nope, that's a keeper. Fooled the camera. Fooled me too. And Caleb Williams slides into a couple-yard gain. Oh, Carrington Valentine.
Saying, nope, I am not helping you.
So
you can get up on your own self.
Valentine, like Williams kind of slid there to end the play. Valentine then tapped Williams for the tackle. Williams raised up his arm, like, help me up. And Carrington, like, began to reach out for it and then walked away. That is cold,
On
Carrington.
second thought,
I don't mind it, but that is cold.
good.
3rd and 4. Caleb Williams in shotgun now. Packers need a stop. LVN is on one side of the defensive line. Looks like Rashawn Gary on the other. A little bit of press here from LVN, but that's complete. Someone busted a coverage, and that's complete. First down for the Bears. Javon Bullard, the closest defender. Show it again. I want to know who didn't cover the flat. And so Caleb Williams is dropping back, and there goes, yep. 3 Packer defenders for 2 Bears receivers, but when all 3 go to only one of them, that's a first down for the Bears. And Bears now have the ball on the 36. Caleb Williams takes a snap, drops back, hands it off to Rashawn Johnson, who kind of flips his way into an 8-yard gain brought down by Carrington Valentine. Another run appearance for Valentine. 4:40 to go in the third. Let's see here.
Peter saying, keep calm and feed Jacobs.
Yeah.
Rockinese, I would like to see more screens with Jacobs. Mix it up.
I can give it that.
Eric saying he still stinks.
Eric, professional hater. All right, Caleb Williams handing it off to Rashawn Johnson again. Johnson gaining 4. That's going to be a first down. The tackle eventually finished off by Kenny Clark, Keyshawn Nixon. All right, let's see what else we got. William.
Javon's looking like the new Dylan, job maker, and that makes Wilson a better Aaron Jones. Hello.
That's fair. Well, are you saying Jacobs? Because Jacobs
That might be.
is so much better than Dylan, man. Like, sure, he's stockier like Dylan, but he is so much better than A.J. Dillon. Josh Jacobs is a bell cow back. Well, he's what A.J. Dillon was supposed to be. All right, Caleb Williams under center, takes a snap, drops back, and it's play action. He's looking for somewhere to go. Eventually, the pass rush gets there, but it's too late. And that's broken up in coverage by Quay Walker. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, about 20 yards downfield. Nice job by Quay getting in there to make sure that that wasn't going. But the pass rush again arrived late. Oh, yeah, I mean, that really could have been caught by
Hold on to his finger.
Quay, way to break that up.
Yes.
And again, the pass rush was from Brenton Cox, but he hit Williams after that ball was out. Not penalty. Not that bad, but still too late to do anything. All right, 2nd and 10, under 10 on the play clock. Williams under center, and he gets his receiver in motion. That's Adunze. And Williams takes a snap, drops back. It's play action. and passes to DeAndre Swift. And Swift, with some fancy footwork, gains a few yards, gain of about 7 through the air. And the Bears continuing. I mean, how often have we seen the Bears air it out? Like, how often have we seen them press 30 yards downfield? And keep in mind, with Shane Waldron, their former OC, they were doing it a lot. And they're not doing that today. They are running the Thomas Brown condensed offense. It's working. 3rd and 2, Caleb Williams in shotgun. Come on. Now's a good time for a pick, right? Feel it in your bones. Now's a good time.
I like it.
And, well, you can't get a pick if they run it. But the Packers did stop the run. 3rd and 2, they run it up the middle. And a few Packers, including Edgerrin Cooper, shut it down. Nice job bringing down, I think that was Rashawn Johnson, the ball carrier. That's going to make it 4th and like a yard and a half. And it looks again like the Bears are going to be staying on the field. Oh, no, I don't like this. You get a 3rd down stop, and the Bears, you can't tell me the Bears aren't going for it today. 4th and a full yard. That's a Wisconsin yard right there. And Caleb Williams in shotgun. Cole Kmet in motion. They run it. It's a keeper for Williams, and he gets it again.
I got fooled on that one.
Another quarterback option that results in a 1st down. Caleb Williams on the keeper. Gains 4, 1st down Bears.
If we would have ran it, it would have been a great stop.
Yeah, Mosby.
Unfortunately, Mosby and I both got fooled.
Mosby went and hit Johnson, and then Quay Walker took a bad angle, and Williams gets a 1st. Quay, come on, Quay. Can we put Eric Wilson and Edgerrin Cooper only in? Please? Please?
Please.
All right, Bears have the ball on the 39 with a new set of downs. About 5 to go on the play clock. And it's a quick out, and Caleb Williams got eviscerated on it.
Gary got his hands in
Devontae Wyatt, who I put on the thumbnail for a reason, finally does something. And that was just a straight up broken play by the Bears. It looked like half the Bears understood the play call as Williams threw it to the right. It's on the Bears! And they're going to repeat 1st down. What happened? Offensive pass interference on a bubble screen. What did you do? So Ruma Dutse, the rookie, he cuts back in. Or no, that was more. I honestly don't know what he did. Who cares? 1st and 20 for the Bears. They're backed up to midfield. All right. Oh, good. Replay didn't really show anything terrible, and at least I didn't catch it.
Defense.
All right, Williams, shotgun, empty set, 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. And he's dropping back. He's looking for somewhere to go. It's another quick pass to Keenan Allen. That a boy, McKinney.
McKinney pulled the toddler around his feet and said, no, you're not
brought
going
him
anywhere.
down. Only a few yard gain for the Bears. Hey, if you could have a defense of all Xavier McKinney's, you're going to get killed in the trenches, but you won't miss a tackle. Oh. Give me more McKinney's. All right, 2nd and 15 for the Bears. Gain of 5 on that play. Under a minute to go in the 3rd. Bears have the ball just beyond midfield at the Packers' 44. Caleb Williams again in shotgun.
This is just the longest drive.
That's what the Bears want. And that's a flag, and is that going to be on the... Yeah, per Williams' upsetness. I think that one's going to be on the Bears. This is what the Bears want. They want extremely long drives. They want Jordan Love off the field. They want their rookie QB to do only what's required. And this is why they fired their O coordinator, because that old guy wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
Now they're getting what they want, and we're seeing the effects.
No, I think that's on the Packers.
Why?
LVN, apparently.
A neutral zone infraction on LVN. Yep, because he stepped. LVN, you're finding yourself on the list quickly, my friend. All right, 2nd and 10 for the Bears now as we give them a free 5 yards. And it's a pitch to DeAndre Swift, who's got a huge running start. One of the... McKinney! McKinney missed Swift. That's a touchdown for the Bears.
It's because you complimented him on never missing a tackle.
I know, but the Packers just pissed on their own foot. Wow. That was god-awful in every single way. Y'all deserve to hang your heads. So, I mean, who is it that gets killed here? So, Evan Williams got straight up pancaked. So, it's a toss out to Swift. Evan Williams got pancaked by the Bears left tackle. No one could get off a block to save their lives besides Valentine, who did it 2 yards too late. Xavier McKinney got juked out of his shoes. And then Swift runs easily into the end zone.
And they're going for 2.
Yes, and the Bears are now going for 2 to make it an even 7-point advantage. Packers got to stop this. Got to keep yourself in a position where a touchdown can give you the lead. And the Packers call a timeout. What? Because you didn't like how your defense lined up for a 2-point because you didn't see it coming? Did you think they would be comfortable going up 6 and they're going for it on 4th all the time? Yeah, good. Be pissed.
Right?
That was terrible. Yep, I'm getting pretty close to done with LVN. Okay, let's see. Let's catch up here. Those are all pretty old. All right, here we go. Caleb Williams getting lined up. Still getting lined up. In shotgun, he's got 3 receivers off to the right, 1 to the left, and DeAndre Swift in the backfield with him. Wide receiver in motion. Williams dropping back. It's going to be a quick pass off to the right. Incomplete. There we go. All right, so that was Cole Kmet and Caleb Williams not at all on the same page on the 2-point. So it's 19-14 Bears, a 5-point advantage, still a touchdown for the Packers, puts them in the lead. 19-14. Yeah, I think that sums up that play awfully well.
Yep.
I mean, that halfback toss was disgusting. Just disgusting. Peter.
Jordan Morgan, Quay Walker, Eric Stokes, and Van Ness prove how good Goot is with our first-round picks. By the way, Cooper DeJean is turning into a beast in Philly.
Man, don't come at me with Cooper DeJean. You know I wanted him. It's too early to judge Jordan Morgan. Like, he's in his first year, and he's hurt. I'm not going to fault a dude for getting hurt. I still think Morgan could have a very, very bright future. The rest, though, no, those aren't good. Like, Quay's been a disappointment. It's continuing to be disappointing because they're continuing to roll out Quay for reasons that I don't understand. You want to keep Quay around as your 4th linebacker? Hell, have him be 3rd above Isaiah McDuffie. But the vast majority of the time, you only play 2. And that should absolutely be Edgerrin Cooper and Eric Wilson. That comes down to who's making the decision as to who's actually getting snaps, and that's bad. But yeah, the Quay Walker pick was not ideal for several reasons, even at the time. And Eric Stokes, I will always look at Eric Stokes it's tough for me to look at him and just wonder if that injury is what did it to him. Because that rookie year was so promising. And then he's never been the same. And again, it's really hard to fault a GM when you pick a guy who doesn't have a very extensive injury history and then they get hurt. And Stokes did not have this like mile-long injury history. It's just, I think we could say pretty confidently that like the Stokes thing is pretty well done. That's why we're seeing Valentine above Stokes today. I just will always look at Eric Stokes and be like, is the injury what did it? Because he's never looked the same. Bad play all around on that, no doubt about it. Captain Kebbles?
1 second. Fire Jeff Hafley! Okay, fixed it, guys. The NFL gods did not believe me last time.
I don't know if you need to yell it louder or what, but they did not hear you.
Peter saying Matt LaFleur looks so pissed off. So do I.
Yeah.
He should be.
He's got a right to be on that play, that's for sure. Even Xavier McKinney got juked out of his socks.
Kevin Kebbles, Williams can't throw beyond 5 yards. Can he? The 2-point.
See, that's the thing. That was the Bears offense coming into this game, was they were asking him to do it a lot, and they were failing. And the Packers defense has not adjusted to what should have been a pretty easy to predict Bears offense today. And they're not doing it. All right, kick return for Keyshawn Nixon. He breaks 1 tackle, falls forward, gets to the 24-yard line. 26 seconds to go in the third. Offense, it's time for you to cook. Oh, Quay Walker rallying the troops on the sideline as the telecast is showing. Yelling at everybody. Xavier
including
McKinney's
yourself.
shaking his head. Come on, D. Come on, you better figure it out next drive out. All right, Jordan Love getting relined up. We're still pretty far behind on comments. Let me catch up here. Oh, where's Peter? There he is.
Guess what? Robert Sully is waiting for Jeff Hafley to get fired.
Maybe, although he's helping with the offense technically. Yeah. All right, but yeah, maybe. Although Hafley's not getting fired this year. There's no way it's 1 year.
Got Dobbs into motion.
Love dropping back. It's play action. Pass rush breaking through. Love's got to get rid of it. He completes it to Josh Jacobs, who breaks one tackle. Finds up falling forward. About an 8-yard gain there to Josh Jacobs. But the pass rush for the Bears eventually broke through, and Love had to get rid of that thing. 2nd and 2, probably when the fourth quarter begins. 5 seconds to go in the third. Looks like they're going to run that out. So 2nd and 2 now to start the fourth when we return to the game. All right, now we can catch up here.
Ragganese. Yo, John, can you tell Matt LaFleur to calm down and inspire the team instead of throwing tantrums at every single thing? I understand passion, but show some class. I think if you're that bad with that play, you deserve to get...
I mean, there's
fine line and balance.
Yeah, like there's a place. After that, like just god-awful effort from the defense, I think he's got every right to be pissed. I do. Like, that was bad all the way around. I think on the whole, actually, one of the knocks on LaFleur is that he hasn't gotten pissed enough or often enough, or he's not stern enough, or, whatever else. So I think it's another one of those you can't win situations. I don't know. I don't share your sentiment, Rocket Knees, that like he throws tantrums too often. I don't think he does. I do wonder about his temperament overall, but not this area of it, if that makes sense. Big Al.
Geez, man, this is a bad game for defense. Why do we play down to our opponents? Eventually, it's going to come back to haunt us.
Yeah, that is a bit of a thing. Honestly, without looking at all 22, it just looks to me like the defense came in expecting more of the same from the Bears, and that was dumb. Like, it really looks to me like they come in and said, all right, we're going to use our D-line. We're going to attack uphill. We're going to use this game to get our pass rush right because we know the Bears are going to try to air it out. We know that they're not going to run enough. We know that Caleb Williams hangs onto the ball for an average of 3.03 seconds on every single drop back. Like, so we're going to attack it this way. And Hafley at his press conference this week talked about how, like, when you introduce a new coordinator, that's kind of tough, right? You got to figure out, like, you don't know what he's going to call with this personnel grouping. Here's the issue. I'm a nobody who doesn't get paid. And I knew that Thomas Brown was going to roll out this kind of offense. The wrinkle of running QB options with Caleb Williams, that's a little surprising. But overall, absolutely no one on the Packers side of things should be shocked that they're running it 30 times. That all of the passes are within 10 yards. Absolutely none of that should be shocking in any way, shape, or form if you look back at anything that Thomas Brown did with the Panthers. So why in the hell they weren't ready for that? I may never know. That's where I'm at. All right, Jordan Love in shotgun. They got the ball at the 32-yard line, 2nd and 2. And it's a handoff to Josh Jacobs, who runs forward. That's a good gain for Jacobs. Continues pushing, gets the ball up to about the 44-yard line. Nice gain there for Jacobs to give the Packers a first down. And the comeback effort begins now. All right.
I got Gary saying, maybe it's time for me to evaluate my expectations for this team.
I mean, yeah.
Depending on what your expectations are, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they may wind up exactly where they were last year.
Jordan Love under center,
which would be
Dobbs
disappointing,
in some
but it's
motion. Looks like Jacobs in the backfield.
Yep.
Taking the snap, fake to Jacobs, dropping back, running.
Oh, he's looking. We're going deep. That's deep to the right. That's Watson. Hang on. Christian Watson inside the 10-yard line. Christian Watson does not drop the ball anymore. Throw it to the one who doesn't drop the ball.
That
Nice.
was double coverage.
Yes.
Super contested.
And as commando, I just saw this one come up. Watson going to get that. One of the major flaws for Christian Watson 3 years into his career is you can make the easy complaint that he doesn't go to get the ball.
Yes.
There
for being
he did.
Such a muscular and athletic wide receiver, that is one of the things
he doesn't fight enough.
I have been extremely frustrated is the lack of fight for those contested catches.
And there he fought. Give Christian Watson the ball more often. Stop throwing to people who can't catch.
Looks like Hicks on the Bears is getting some attention from the trainers.
Right on. Okay. Now is a good time to catch up.
Yes.
All right, William.
No Wilson spy and no halftime adjustments.
At least defensively, that's what it looks like. Disappointing to say the least. Yes.
Kevin Kells, having your leg break in 2 places is not ideal.
With Eric Stokes. And that's, I'm always going to come back to that.
Yeah.
I'm always just going to wonder.
Diller Hyde, my beloved cat died on Friday. I need this, Packers, please. I'm so sorry, Diller Hyde.
Very sorry to hear that, Diller Hyde. Hopefully the Packers acquiesce to you, my friend. Very sorry to hear that.
Gary Freeze saying he's a very angry man. Well, right now right now I'd be happy, but
before he's got it right.
Yes.
And Ranganese, but I think there's just some framing around that, right? Like, keep in mind that the telecast is going to show him more often when he is animated, right? We know from his demeanor off the field that he's not that guy. And I can tell from watching every single training camp practice of the last 2 years, it is rare to see LaFleur get that animated at camp. Yeah. It's very rare. In fact, really you only see it at camp when a fight breaks out and then he yells a whole bunch of expletives to everyone. So I think that's like, I understand what you're saying. And I agree. Like it is a very, very fine line. And in my opinion, I don't think LaFleur tips too far to the one side.
Mick saying, didn't the Bears quarterback run set up the running back sprint around the corner?
For Swift, like the Swift long touchdown, that halfback toss, it was in either like an option or it was a fake. You can argue, yes, because Mosby, I think it was Mosby, right?
Yeah.
Mosby bit to the quarterback. So you can certainly argue that, Mick, but that kind of comes down to quarterback option defense 101 in that identify who has the ball and don't bite too early.
Actually, no, Mosby bit on the running back and then Williams ran and then the next play, I think after that was the Swift run.
Okay. Well, yeah.
But yes. Fighting the wrong person.
Yes. Overall, yes. All right. Jordan Love at the 8 now under center. First down, first and goal.
Bow motion.
Yeah. And it's a handoff to Josh Jacobs, who cuts right, trying to find a lane, but there's more Bears over there. And he's brought down. 1 yard loss on the run for Josh Jacobs. See, I do think I can get with the argument and the criticism that too often inside the 10, they don't just run it straight with Jacobs. You have Josh Jacobs. Just run straight. You don't need to do all this dancing bull crap around the 10. Run. All you need is 10. Get him the straight old-fashioned way. All right, Jordan Love in shotgun now for second and goal at the 9.5. Jaden Reed in motion. Love taking the snap. It's another handoff for Jacobs. Hey, that one's up the middle, and that one's productive as they get up to about the 5 yard line, about a 4.5 yard gain for Josh Jacobs. All right, let's see what else we got here.
Big L, finally we're having Christian Watson games.
Right. Yeah, get it to him more. Well, when the Packers have the ball.
Commander G-Man saying Watson going to get that. Like to see that.
Absolutely.
Gary Freeze, that was a badass catch. Wow.
Yeah.
Rocket Knees, believe in love, I told you.
There you go. All right. All right, third and goal from the 5. They got to get this. Love in shotgun.
Reed in motion.
And Reed in his long motion. And Love's dropping back. He's looking for somewhere to go. He's trying to find somewhere, and there's nothing. He winds up keeping the ball. At least throw it away, man. He ran himself into a 1 yard loss. And that's going to make it fourth and goal. Yeah, so he rolled out to the right, tried to find a receiver, nothing doing over there. There was nobody open on that right side. And sets up 4th and goal. And the Packers are going to go for it. Come on. 4th and goal. They're at about the 6-yard line. And Love drops back. He's in shotgun.
Come on.
And he rolls right. He evades pressure. Got to find someone. No, and he can't get there. He gets the ball to the 1. Had to find somewhere to go as the pressure was collapsing. So he kept it, and he gets to the 1. The Bears with a 4th down stop against Jordan Love and the Packers offense. Ay, ay, ay. The red zone woes continue. Bad. William.
LaFleur, when you're fighting against his friend Saleh for his job, should be animated in the game.
Well, let's say this. Robert Saleh is going to get a job this offseason. Like, he's going to be a head coach somewhere. And it's not LaFleur who's competing against. LaFleur's job is not at all in question from the Packers. He's very, very safe. Gary.
Who gets a touchdown here? I say Jacobs, and nobody does. Oh, look, running downhill, coming from Kevin Kebles. Honestly, don't hate it. Good effort and got close.
Yeah.
Rockinee's saying, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Cam Kebles, he tried, and Rogers pump fake move.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. Yeah. I'm going to be very curious to go back and look at both of those plays. Why was no one breaking open over on the right? Why is it that Love kept? Because we know Love is more than willing to throw cross-field, cross-body, to sometimes negative effects, right? Like, we know he's willing to do that, especially in the red zone. Now, maybe his bye week was spent being told, like, don't do that anymore. And maybe that's why he kept it. But the reality is I'm going to be very curious to go back and see, like, why was there no one on that right side with any hint of separation at all that he felt the need to keep it? We'll see.
William, welcome to the LaFleur offense, and this happens all the time.
I mean, historically, they've been a good red zone offense, but this year, yeah, they're garbage. I can't disagree with it. The results in the red zone are bad. Yeah. They are. They have been all year.
Big Al, do we have any red zone threat on this offense? Come on, man.
Not really. Like, they don't. Tucker Kraft probably should be. Like, he should be the one that you can just throw it up to in the red zone or end zone to be productive if that's the kind of thing you're looking for, right? That certain guy that you know can outmuscle others. That probably should be Tucker Kraft. But if you look at their wide receivers, who you got for that? Well, generally speaking, it hasn't been Christian Watson like ever, because him fighting for the ball earlier in that drive was one of the first times we've ever seen that. You're not going to say it's Jaden Reed. He's little. You're not going to say it's Romeo Doubs unless it's a quick out or a slant where Doubs can use his freakishly strong hands that just happened to drop an easy pass earlier, right? So Doubs isn't that body type either. Like someone mentioned earlier, I think it was Gary mentioned, like, maybe they're missing Musgrave down there. Sure, but that's not Musgrave either. Maybe that is truly what is missing.
Come on, let's get a turnover here.
All right, Bears now with the ball. 1st and 10 on the 2 officially is where they're going to start. And Williams hands that off to Rashawn Johnson, who runs into the line. Gain of 2 for Rashawn Johnson. And that's going to make it 2nd and 8. All right, let's see what else we got here.
We need B.J. Raji, the red zone threat.
Right, give it to T.J. Slayton. What can go wrong?
Romeo, oh Romeo, where art thou, Romeo?
Not having a strong game. Not being present in the pass game, that's for sure. And he had that bad drop earlier. That was rough. 2nd and 7 now for the Bears officially. And Caleb Williams takes a snap in shotgun. He's looking right, throws right. And he hits Cole Kmet on the completion. Isaiah McDuffie for the tackle. You know, I will say on a lot of these quick passes out, it does look very Joe Barry-esque, where the defenders aren't there to challenge the pass. They're in the vicinity, and then they bring them down after they catch it. I think what we all hoped for was more challenge of those easy throws, and that we are still not seeing.
3rd and 1, some motion.
All right, another handoff to Roschon Johnson. Caleb Williams did not keep that one. Johnson on the second effort looked as though he did push forward to get the first, but it looks as though they're going to take a measurement is my guess. But initial contact on Johnson was made by Gary, but Johnson kept pushing and looks as though he got the first. Yeah, they just straight up gave it to him. What do we got?
You're just playing losing season with LaFleur, and you say he's safe. I text Mike Murphy about this from last year.
You mean Mark? William, he's safe. He's safe. Caleb Williams dropping back 1st and 10. And now he lets it fly, and he overthrows Roma Dunze. See, that's what we're used to seeing from the Bears offense. Do that. Call that more. Overthrow to Roma Dunze. That's going to second and 10 for the Bears. 9:17 to go. Look, like, they're not getting rid of LaFleur. Even if this year goes to hell in a handbasket, they're not getting rid of LaFleur. Last year alone shows why. And earlier, when he was calling plays for Malik Willis, there was conversation from national outlets about, like, is LaFleur the best coach in the NFL? You don't go from that to fired. You just don't. All right, Caleb Williams in shotgun now, under 5 on the play clock. And in terms of the tush-push, there we go. There they bring down Roschon Johnson. Carl Brooks with the tackle. Gain of only 1 for the Bears running back. In terms of the tush-push, there is no prayer of them calling a tush-push until Jordan Love is 1,000% healthy. Maybe the Tucker Kraft push that we've seen before, but that tush-push is out of the playbook until he is certified 1,000% healthy.
Go ahead. Turnover time.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring some positivity in. Where's McKinney?
All right, 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9.
Come on, defense.
Make this stop. They're back far enough to where Caleb Williams shouldn't be a huge problem, at least running it. Under 5 on the play clock. Caleb Williams with the ball. He throws left. That's complete. What the shit? Complete to Keenan Allen. Our defense cannot stop this short game offense of the Bears.
It's not even short. That's 9 yards. That's not short.
I don't know.
They need 9. Get on your man.
Well, Valentine was just slow. Like, he was just slow in responding to what Keenan Allen's route was. First down. Okay, they're now up to the 30. And Caleb Williams takes the snap, and he hands it off to Roschon Johnson, who pushes his way forward, gain of about 6 on the ground. Packers are being dragged by Roschon Johnson too often. They're tackling from the side, and he's pulling them forward, and he's not... They're not bringing him down at the initial point of contact. And that's why the Bears are running so successfully. Keenan Allen limping off the field for the Bears.
I think Odunze went off.
Oh, good.
After the last catch that he face planted in, but maybe that was just out of embarrassment.
2nd and 4 for the Bears. And DJ Moore on the field. You're right, he is the lone wide receiver on the field, it appears. 2 tight ends and a pseudo fullback on the field for the Bears, though. As the play clock winds down, and timeout for the Bears. So obviously they weren't set enough. Okay, let's see what we got. Kevin Keppels.
Okay, now it's an issue.
Yeah. They're not defending this short, condensed offense of the Bears at all. Like, at all. The Bears are completely controlling time of possession. They are at will getting 8-yard pass plays. It's kind of a wonder to me why the Packers aren't boxing up stuff more. I'm not pretending this isn't a frustrating game. They need something to break their way fast. So, yeah. Oh, here's a good one. This one's the headline on my phone. Y'all will enjoy this. This was tweeted by Kfish Bane, retweeted by Matt Schneidman, as I have the notifications on for Schneidman. It wants to load now. There it is. During their 3-game losing streak, the Bears went 6 for 40 on third down. They're 8 for 13 today. That's kind of the game in a nutshell, isn't that? That and a bad red zone offense.
Dragonese, this defense better not give up any points starting from 2-yard line. Come on, man. Halfley, let's go.
Yeah, it ain't good. It ain't good. I mean, the defense is just bad right now.
William saying we're fighting to be last place in Central NFC.
I think if they lose, they're still in third, actually, because the Bears are 4-5, Packers 6-3. Yeah, I mean the Packers are just going to fall to 6-4. They'll still be a game up for third place. And let's see, I should actually pull up the NFC North, because holy buckets, Lions! The Lions are beating the Jaguars 49-6. The Vikings are beating the Titans 23-10. Okay, so they're both going to win. Holy crap, Lions. Let's see, the Vikings are going to move to 8-2. So yeah, they'll still be a game up on the Bears, but as Flight Risk points out, they're going to be 0-3 in the division if they lose this game, which is still an if. But yeah, I mean, they'll still be a game up on the Bears. They'll still be, they'll probably be the 8th seed in the NFC if they drop this and go 6-4. So they will be out of a playoff spot at that point. So yeah, they're going to have to go on a run in the second half if they lose this game. Going to have to be better than they are today.
Chris Hand saying P for the D.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. P for the D. Flow for the O. All right, here we go. Bears, what you got? Packers looking slightly disheartened. 2nd and 4. Bears rolling out 3 tight end formation and DJ Moore on the field. Gerald Everett moving to a modified fullback. And I have a feeling it's going to be a run again. And it is. It's a halfback toss to DeAndre Swift. And he falls forward, gains 2. As the Packers are again unable to bring him down in the backfield. Eric Wilson, Lucas Van Ness all making appeals to the refs. Like they felt as though there was something that should have been called. Oh, DeAndre Swift leaned forward early. Yeah, you can't do that. But no penalty called. 3rd and 2. And now LaFleur is yelling at the ref going, "You're dumb." And so Bears are 3rd and 2. Caleb Williams in shotgun again. I'd absolutely be on the watch for an RPO again or a QB option. And nope, it's just a straight drop back. Williams looks left, throws left, and it's completed. To Carrington Valentine's man again. DJ Moore with the completion should be good for a gain of 5 and a first down. At least Valentine was closer to the receiver that time.
He was there,
He was there, but he hit Moore, not the ball. 1st and 10. 6:05 to go in the game. Caleb Williams in shotgun again. Lasers it over to Roma Tunze.
Use your arms.
Bubble screen to Adunze. Valentine had him dead to rights. Should have been a loss of 2 in the backfield, but Carrington Valentine forgot that he has arms to wrap up. Threw his shoulder at him, which Adunze just got rid of, and turned it into a couple-yard gain. 2nd and 8. This is fun. On the plus side, we've been here before. We've lived through these games before.
Cameron Kebbles, I dislike how our defense seems afraid of the bumbling Bears. I would like them to get angry.
Yeah, the defense isn't dictating crap right now. And Quay Walker on the blitz, but Williams gets the ball out and it's dropped by the Bears. That's going to set up 3rd and 8 for the Bears. There we go. There we go. So there, I mean, Quay Walker was blitzing untouched. He actually got in there and they actually got a pressure. And Williams fired that away. Way too hot to handle for his receiver. Dropped 3rd and 8. Yeah, I mean, back to your point, Kevin Kebble's like, one of the things that we were hoping for, and one of the things, when the defense has been at its best this year, we've seen them dictate the offense, which is something we were clamoring for years. Today, they're on their heels. They're not dictating anything. All right, now Caleb Williams fires that off, complete to Roma Dunze, but well short of the first. That's just fine to give that up on 3rd and 8. And that's going to set up 4th and maybe 2 for the Bears. And are they going to go for this?
Well, seeing as
Holy
their record,
buckets.
they should.
4th and 3, they're going for it again. Thomas Brown has found a pair. So is Matt Eberflus. They are not afraid of the Packer defense in any way, shape, or form. Going for it on 4th down again. Caleb Williams, empty set. 2 receivers off to the left, 3 to the right. You have to make them pay once. My God. All right, 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Adunze motioning from right to left. Are they just trying to get the Packers to jump? Looks that way. Play clock runs out. And there's a flag. Should be delay a game on the Bears. So, yeah, the Bears might have pulled the Packers on that one. Might have lined up just to try to get them to jump. But the Packers did not. So that means the Bears are going to be punting. All right, well, hey, look, down 5 in the 4th with the ball. The game is now in your hands. That's the thing. Like, recover this punt, and the game is now in your hands. They're in control of this now. Drive down the field and put it away. And punt is caught at about the 3. Jaden Reed on the return. He gets it up to the 22. Very good return for Jaden Reed to actually read the lane and get himself some yardage there as the offense comes trotting out. 4:17 to go. And I think that's the big thing. They've played like absolute garbage, and the game is now in their hands. Right? Down 5, 4 minutes to go. Can't deny it's in their hands. So, all right, let's see what we got. William. Oh, William, that one's first.
Today, Murphy knows I'd fire LHC and make the very fluid situation.
It's not happening, man.
Also saying, and install Solid, let Stenovich to call plays and run the table. LaFleur is dead weight, cut bait.
William? No. No. I'm sorry, William. I disagree. And also, like, I don't know why you have faith in Stenovich calling plays. I really don't. Stenovich, it's not in his background. And the Packers, coming into this game, were literally like a top 7 offense. They've been garbage today. I'm not going to deny it. But, I don't know. Standards aren't that much higher. I can't see LaFleur getting fired, man.
Flight risk, we have a chance. Yes, we do. Come on, Pack.
Yeah, right.
Chris Hand, Packers ain't jumping. You won't see no jack out of this box.
Let's go.
Rockinese drive to win the game. Drive to win the game. Drive to win the game. Go, Pack,
there you go. Just keep saying it. Big Al.
Apparently, I'm ahead of you guys.
Oh, why? Like, we didn't buffer anything. Oh, boy. William.
I bet you $100 that Matt LaFleur will get fired.
Matt LaFleur's not getting fired.
I'll take that bet.
Yeah. All right, let's see. All right. Packers down 19-14. The game is in their hands. Big Al. Just say bad things didn't happen. I don't know how you could be that far ahead. All right, let's take a look. Lions still up over the Jaguars 49-6. Saints over the Browns 21-14. Vikings over the Titans 23-13. Dolphins over the Raiders 24-19. Jets over the Colts 24-22. And Rams over the Patriots 28-19. Steelers up 15-10. There you go. There's your rundown of the noon slate. Looks as though Vikings, Lions, they're both going to get more wins. Other than that, for the NFC standings, not a whole lot going on. Rams will pick up a win. But a lot of the games right now appear to be AFC in their variety. All right, Jordan Love in shotgun now for first down. Takes a snap, hands it off to Josh Jacobs, who runs up the middle. Jacobs gains... Yep, that is him, the ball carrier. Gain of about 5 on the ground. And that makes it 2nd and mid for the Packers. Just over 4 minutes to go. Just run your offense. 2nd and 6 officially. All right, Love in shotgun. And Jaden Reed in motion going left to right. Love takes a snap, drops back. Bears blitzing. Love throwing over the middle, and that's caught by Christian Watson, who's up and he's running. He's at the 40, he's at the 30, he's at the 20, he's at the 15. He tries to jump over it. He's now at the 15-yard line. Christian Watson, have yourself a game. That's right. Now slow it down. Slow it down. There's no reason to be in a hurry now that you're all the way up to the 15. And, the 19. No, wait. 14-yard line. It's all the white numbers. They all look the same. But they're on the 14-yard line. And looks as though...
I'm out somebody.
Or it's going to be a review. They're going to say maybe Christian didn't actually catch it or he trapped it on the ground.
I don't think it ever hit the ground.
His hands are underneath.
He got it.
Yeah, that's a catch.
He got it. Challenging. Okay.
So Chicago's willing to blow a timeout on banking that it hit the ground and then his hands weren't underneath it. Oh, boy, we'll find out. We'll find out. Never like putting this in their hands. I mean, if they're going to say that the tip of the ball touched the ground, I mean, that would be the only justification for it.
That's a catch, man. Come
That
on.
looks an awful lot like a catch.
Come on.
And then great job by Watson to get up, find as many yards as he could.
Come on. That's a catch. Come on. That's a catch.
It looks like a catch,
That's a
but
catch. That's a catch.
I'm afraid, like the front part of the football is what I'm afraid of.
Nope. Nope, it's catch. It's catch. Come on. Football gods. It's a catch.
Huh?
Come on.
Oh
Come on,
boy,
man.
they are taking their
on,
time
man.
with this.
Come on, man. It's a catch.
Holy buckets. Make the call.
Oh, I think they just said it was good.
All right. Good. Chicago
Okay.
plays a lot of zone. Wait, no. No, that's not what they're talking about. They're
No?
still showing it. Goodness gracious.
Come on, man.
Yeah. All right. What do we got here? What do we got?
We
Count
got-
Kells, that's my boy, Chris.
If they can't see it's a catch, we'll let them borrow Claudia's glasses.
Oh man, they're like thick enough. You could. Call stands. There we go. 60-yard play
Thank
to
you,
Christian
football guy.
Watson. Now, let's alleviate the red zone concerns and
Right.
punch this damn thing in. My
Good
word.
Lord.
Four catches, 150 yards. All right, our Christian Watson cards are going back up in value.
Okay. All right. Come on now.
Ay, ay, ay.
Now. I can't do this.
3:12 to go. Packers with the ball on the 14-yard line. One running back with him. I believe that's Emmanuel Wilson. Back there with Love.
Come on. Please. For the love of football gods.
Love in shotgun. One receiver to the right, three to the left. Or reverse that.
Oh dear. Oh
Love
dear.
with pressure, but he
He's
steps up
running.
in the pocket.
Oh, no.
He's running. He's off to the right. He's running. He's running. He's running. He takes a hit. He reaches out. And they're going to call it down at the half-yard line.
That's okay.
Still a great game for Jordan Love, just short of the end zone. And, I mean, he reached out. That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
That's gotta be a touchdown.
That's going to be a Jordan Love rushing touchdown.
With how he, that shot
This
that
has
they
got to be
just had,
challenged. They got to challenge this. Because the tip of the ball breaks the white. Come on. But that angle is worthless. Show the true side angle.
Oh, I think LaFleur just challenged it.
Yeah, all right.
Yes,
There's the red
okay.
flag.
Come on. Football
Woo!
gods, do it again.
Show the actual sideline
I
cam.
really, really hate when Matt LaFleur challenges, but this one could be it. This could
Well,
be a good
you got to
one.
challenge this. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 minutes left.
I mean,
Come
so
on.
he takes the hit at the 2, then he lunges out.
Like, that looks good.
That's
right
touchdown.
there, that looks like a touchdown. It looks like he went, like, on above the pylon.
Right? I mean, am I missing them?
That looks good. I don't know.
So I could see them saying that he was too far out. You know what I mean? Like, not technically like body wise, but I don't know. You're getting real into the technicalities of how you got to call that. I mean, it looks, at least on that sideline cam, like the ball broke the plane before any part of Love touched body out of bounds. That should be a touchdown. But are they going to say that he's out of the realm of the pylon?
Oh, here's a. Well, if it goes over the pylon. See, that looks good.
But I think it's because he's already off to the side. You know what I mean? So, like,
okay. Short.
Yeah, they called him short. So that burns a timeout for Green Bay. And now they've got 1st and goal on the inch line. And, I mean, you just got to give this to Jacobs, right? Like, just punch this in and be done with it.
Come on.
Maybe now a Tucker Kraft push. All right, so Jordan Love under center. Tucker Kraft in motion.
Come on,
but
Tucker.
not under the center.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, but it's a sneak. It's a sneak and Love's in. Yeah. Well, dang, that's a good sign that Love's healthy if they're willing to call that. But there it is, rushing touchdown for Jordan Love. And the Green Bay Packers are back in the lead. 2:59 to go. And now, you know, like ideally you'd like less time on the clock, but realistically, just looking ahead, the Bears are not going to be able to go with their 12-minute offense that they've been running. They're going to have to air it out a bit. Hopefully that plays into what the Packers want to do.
We're going for 2, man.
All right, going for 2, trying to make it a field goal lead. Love getting everybody up to the line. All right, so they're back on the 2-yard line for the 2-point conversion. Jordan Love in shotgun. And he hands it off to Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs runs up. Oh, he is stuffed. That's no good. Jacobs doesn't even gain an inch. So the Packers have a lead, 20-19. 20-19 as Josh Jacobs gets stuffed. 2:59 to go in the game. Each team, I believe, with 1 timeout remaining. And I mean, yeah, that looked like it was Rasheed Walker's guy. Yep, Rasheed Walker didn't block his guy for crap. And so Josh Jacobs gets annihilated in the backfield, and that means the Packers have a lead of 1.
Okay.
Come on. The Bears are going to have to throw it. Like, they're going to have to return with 3 minutes. It's a little bit more time than you want, but like the Bears are going to have to fall back on asking Caleb Williams to throw it more than 6 yards. This is where the Packers have to make them pay defensively. Have to.
Kevin Kebble's bummer. All right, Jeff and company, find a way.
All right, kickoff is up over the head of the returner. And the Bears are going to take over with the ball at the 30. 2:59 to go. Woo-wee! The cardiac pack. What's up?
Why not put Love under center and at least give an option to Love?
Hello. I also was expecting to see Love under center there. I wonder if it was an RPO that they just gave Jacobs the carry of, which they shouldn't have. If Rasheed Walker makes his block, that stood a way better shot. Yeah. But, yeah, they probably should have been under center. I can give that. All right, here we go. Caleb Williams drops back on first down. There's the pass rush. Caleb Williams is sacked by TJ Slayton. There we go. That's what we needed. That is what we needed. They only lose a yard or two, but nonetheless, the clock keeps ticking. Bears going no huddle. Going no huddle. Caleb Williams in shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back. He steps up into the pocket. There's the pass. Rashawn Gary. Yes, Rashawn Gary. Another sack. Sacks just come in bunches for the Halfley defense. Third down and a mile now for the Bears. And that was Rashawn Gary bull rushing the Bears left tackle into his quarterback. Rashawn just said, I'm sick of this shit. We're going for it. Nice. Nicely done. Third and 19 now as we're going to go to the 2-minute warning. Woo, TJ Slayton and Rashawn Gary suddenly getting sick of this crap.
Kevin Kettle saying someone put on Preston Smith's jersey because he has never lost to the Bears.
Yeah.
Williams still hating on the floor. Kevin Kettle, Gary. Flight risk, back-to-back sack.
Yes, indeed. They needed that. Holy buckets.
Captain Kevin's saying, OMG, Gary giving him the evil eye. Like,
that was stank eye to the nth degree from Rashawn Gary. Holy buckets.
Williams, he's just fabulous, marvelous, beautiful, bold, and we need another miracle.
Hey, I mean, 3rd and 19. Right. Stop him for a couple more downs.
Yes, please.
Couple more downs.
Please, don't ruin a 3rd and 19, please.
Rocket knees.
Pressure with just front 4 is awesome.
It's a revelation. Wouldn't it be nice if they did it all the time?
This is what I want. Like, get angry. Get in there.
Yeah, I mean, because, like, look, on that sack, Rashawn Gary didn't do some Reggie White hump move. He didn't do anything novel. That was Rashawn Gary basically just going, you know what? I'm going to win now. And he just exerted force on the left tackle. The other thing that I will point out is a little different about those two passes is their actual, like, these were not Caleb Williams taking the snap and then immediately firing it off to some bubble screen like we've seen all game long. These were actual pass plays. These were actual, like Caleb Williams had to do an actual 7-step drop, then step into the pocket as he's finding somewhere to go with the ball. That is much better for the Packers defense than death of 1,000 paper cuts. And now on 3rd and 19, this should play right into the Packers' hands. Should. They have to make this stand.
Enter Solly Pump. Do you know how tall he is? 6'9".
6'9"? I knew he was a tall dude, but hot damn. 6'9". No, I didn't know that. Well, and the weird thing is, like, Salah's not even employed by the Packers right now to help on the defense. What he is, basically what he's doing, it's the same thing the Packers did a couple years ago with Aubrey Pleasant. What he's doing is he is looking at the offense.
Cam Kibble says he is
6'6". Okay, he's really freaking tall. But he's saying how he would defend it to give LaFleur an idea of what defenses may do against him. Like, that's what Salah's there for. It's the same thing Aubrey Pleasant did years ago when they brought him in as basically an offensive consultant, even though he was a defensive coach. So, all right, 3rd and 19. They got to get the ball up to the 40. Caleb Williams in shotgun now. And he's dropping back. More pass rush from the Packers. They had him. Now Kenny Clark is in chase. He fires that off. It's going to be 4th and short. Complete to Roma Dunze. That's going to be 4th and 3. Evan Williams, the one on the tackle. Some Packer had Caleb Williams in their trenches, but Williams was able to get out and evade. 4th and 3 for the Bears. They're going no huddle. Come on, Packers. Get this stop. Minute 33 to go in the game. Caleb Williams dropping back. He's firing to the right. And that's complete. Keyshawn Nixon in coverage. Complete to Roma Dunze against the man coverage. And minute 20 to go. Bears still alive. Yeah, I mean, Nixon was there. That was a strong play.
Come on.
1st and 10. 1:07 to go. Come on, D. Caleb Williams basically calming everyone down, making adjustments at the line.
Hey, pay attention.
53 to go in the game. Caleb Williams takes the snap in shotgun. He looks left, throws left. And that's complete to Keenan Allen at the 29-yard line. Javon Bullard with the tap tackle. And the Bears are going to be in field goal range now. It's those outs. It's those outs. The Packers have gotten beaten on those way too many today. Come on. You had them dead to rights on 3rd and 19. And there's timeout, Green Bay. 34 seconds to go in the game. Ay.
Yeah, that was... I think that was Gary.
Who had him,
Yeah.
like, in his clutches?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. So now they're showing the 4th down play. Yeah, I didn't catch that replay. I don't know who it was. And then that's the 1st down to Keenan Allen, where Bullard just wasn't close enough. All right, 35 seconds. Bears do still have to run an offense. They got 1 timeout remaining. They're on the 30. And they look confused. What's getting talked about? Booth review.
For what?
Probably the catch.
What's the problem?
I'm not quite sure. I mean, that looks like a pretty clean catch.
I'm confused.
Looks like a pretty clean catch.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused at what they're looking at here. The call stands.
Yeah.
Because there was so much question about it.
All right. Well, 35 seconds to go. The Bears are going to have the ball on the 30. Caleb Williams in shotgun. Rashawn Johnson next to him. I would think they're going to run it.
Yeah.
And that's a carry for Rashawn Johnson indeed. And the Packers do stuff it at the line. They were expecting it. Gain of 1.5 for Rashawn Johnson. And they're going to let the clock run down. And then this is going to be a field goal try, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's what they should do. Caleb Williams still out there, though. Maybe just to call timeout and the clock ticks. And 3, 2, yeah. All right, so there's 3 seconds. And there is the timeout for the Bears. So Cairo Santos is going to come on and try a last-second field goal to give the Bears a victory.
All the wind. Right now, we could use you.
Just a little gust. Seven career game-winning field goals for Cairo Santos. That's cool. That's cool.
Come on.
That would be a nice time for a block, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? We so rarely get those. All right. 46-yard attempt. 3 seconds to go. With the game on the line. Kick is up. It's missed! It's missed! The Packers win! It's missed! Holy crap! How did he miss that? How did he miss that? The Packers win!
The Packers blocked it?
What? Block? I need to see it
Give
again!
us a replay! Give us
Woo!
a replay! Come on!
Holy crap! Show the field goal! All right, so there's the snap. Carl Brooks, there's someone who just got circled. And then he pushes. Oh, sure enough. The kick is up. Yes! Yes, the Packers find a way to win.
We will not lose to the
Ooh. And even then it dinked off the goalpost.
Bears. We will
Holy
not
crap.
lose to the Bears.
Just by the tip of their fingers, they pull out a win. Wow, the Green Bay Packers with a win,
And the
20
game ball
to
goes
19. Wow, Carl Brooks' middle finger gets a big old game ball. So does that man right there, Christian Watson. What a day. Woo! Holy goodness, he blocked it. Oh my goodness. Let's go see. Oh my God. WTF. No way. Love you too, William. It worked. Oh, what the bird blocked. What did we just witness? Another game we stole. I will tell you this one.
Is a W in the books.
Ooh, this one they stole. You ain't kidding. What the bird. Brooks to save the day.
Yes. In a million years, I didn't
wow.
think we would win like that.
Rocket knees.
Chris and John scared the crap out of me.
Oh
but
my God.
we won.
I was scared myself, Chris. Oh.
John, what did I tell you earlier? It's the Bears. They suck. Kevin Kells, I'm never watching a Bears game again. But we won.
We won.
Woo,
What an
baby.
awful game. They win.
And Peter saying, well, we still own the Bears.
Wow.
John's faith was as strong as Brooks' finger.
Man.
Okay.
Oh, 11 in a row against the Bears.
Brooks gave the middle finger to the Bears.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
indeedy. All right. Well, that was fun.
But a W is still a W.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, this was a terrible W, but a win. Nonetheless, Packers move to 7-4. They get their first win in the division this year.
7-3.
7-3. You're right. 7-3. Oh my Lord. And next up is the San Francisco 49ers.
Jesus Christ.
Now they are at home against the Niners, so they got some stuff to clean up. As far as I'm concerned, like when high school coaches, when guys have a fumbling problem, right? You live with that ball. You take that ball to chemistry. You take that ball to biology. I think no Packers offensive player is allowed to go home. They are going to sleep in the red zone at Lambeau Field until you get this crap right. No seeing Ronica. No seeing your kids. I don't care. You're going to put out a cot and you're going to sleep in the red zone until you figure this crap out. And then we're going to beat the Niners. All right, 7-3, everybody.
Okay.
I would say it was fun, but 98% of it sucked. But the 2% was very fun. Thank you all for being here. What a win for the Green Bay Packers. We got a little guy to go grab. What a win. I'll see you on Tuesday for shout-outs and get-outs. This is going to be a reverse shout-outs and get-outs, I think. But we got some stuff to talk about for sure. All right, everybody. Do hope you had fun. Thanks for being here today. I'm going to leave it at that. And as always, go Pack Go.